cabin in Tennessee. We got so high we cried, and you looked like heaven in the passenger seat. But life just passed us by, 'cause we weren't meant to be. But you still got a piece of me. Ooh, and I know you hate my guts, but I swear I mean it all. I hope you're happier now, now that I'm gone and moving on. I know you wish I was burning in hell, and all you want is the memory lost. And I still think about you sometimes when I fuck up your...
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Showdown Series Invitational, the culmination of the past year. Thrilling competition here at Showdown Series. We're here, we're LAN best of 5 grand final to set things off. And not only am I here alone, I'm also joined by the wonderful Rob. Rob, how are you feeling today?
I'm very excited. I haven't played Siege in a while, so I'm excited to see what the players are like in this day and age, and also to see the new Siege X. I'm very excited.
Oh, Siege X, it's absolutely thrilling. I'm sure a lot of you at home that have been more around the Siege scene for the last year or so will know what's coming with Siege X, know exactly how it's going to be shifting up the competition. We will get there, don't worry. But first, let's take a look at exactly how we've gotten to this point of the tournament, how exactly we've gotten to the Showdown Series Invitational. There we are, so the roads to the Showdown Series Invitational. You've competed in clashes, some of you had a direct invite, and then teams have been assigned. We've built our amazing teams. We'll be getting to chat with them a little bit later today, of course. Now, I would like to put this out there for all the viewers at home that are perhaps not familiar with what we do here. This is a project I'm running myself at the university. This is not a very high level of Siege, if that was given, across the board. This is not the most competitive Siege tournament on the world here, but we are here for fun, right? I mean, I don't know if the mics pick up the crowd. Should we give it a go, Rob? What do you reckon? Should we see if we can get the mics to pick them up a little bit?
Yeah.
So, children, I don't know why I'm addressing you as children.
I mean, they technically are.
Most of them are younger than me. I'm one of the older ones. You're one of the
I'm 22.
22.
You look gorgeous, mate. Don't worry about
thank you. You look wonderful yourself. Right, so I'm going to ask you all, crowd, teams, everyone here. Can we hear you on stream? Oh, wow, it's actually coming through. You guys have actually impressed me, right? But that means you've got to keep that up throughout the whole rest of the stream then. And of course, for the rest of the stream, let's take a look at the schedule and see what exactly things are going to be looking like today and how things are going to be going through. So it's a fairly simple one today, 11:30. That is 12:30. 12:30 pre-show, 11:15, so in about quarter of an hour's, half an hour's time. We're going to be getting started with BDB versus Geronimo, our grand final for today. And then we're going to end the stream in about 4 or 5 hours' time. Single best of 5 today, unlimited overtime rule set. And well, let's take a look at that rule set and see what exactly the competitive rule set's going to be looking like for these players. Well, we've got 5 maps that are going to be played, 7 rounds to win a map, 3 rounds to become a champion. Now, Rob, I want to ask you this one. Well, obviously, it's a bit of a longer game than these guys are used to. They're mostly in territories of casual ranked, where it's 3 rounds to win, 4, 5 rounds to win. Now they're playing first to 7, not only that, infinite overtime and multiple maps. How's that going to affect the players?
Well, first of all, they've got to try not to get angry, like me. I get angry quite a bit. But also just to stay calm as well. It's a very long game. Things can happen, and you can always claw back. Whether you're 3 rounds down or 2 or 1, it doesn't matter. You can always come back.
Comeback indeed, and that comeback might just have to happen. Of course, we do have 2 teams to be going through here today to see exactly who is going to be going head-to-head with each other. So let's bring up the teams. We have BDB on the blue side there. Good Sir Cons, IBE Blast, CSAD 1905 and Octuffalo going up against Geronimo. Cat with Gat, Teku, Bluebeard and Fan Vortex going to be joining us for a nice bit of 4 versus 4 action here. And I know it might seem like a small lobby to those of you at home, but this is bigger than we've had all year, so just bear with me here. It is going to be hopefully quite a thrilling best of 5 games. So let's bring up the first team. Let's have a look at Backdoor Breaches and see what exactly they're going to be bringing to the table. Rob, take us through it.
Well, first of all, we have Connor as the captain, and I've been told has a lot of game sense and keeps the team focused. It's going to be very interesting to see how he keeps the mentality problems to a low. And speaking of mentality problems, we have Sam. He's looking at me. He might kill me. But he can make up for it with raw skill. Apparently he's very talented. You're welcome. Did I make up for it? Excellent.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. We also have Corey, and it'll be interesting to see how he supports the team and what tactics will be used. Not very well. Apparently not very well. And last of all, we have Elliot.
We have Elliot, yeah, joining us for, I believe, your 3rd Showdown Series, Mr. Elliot. Yeah? 3rd Showdown Series here.
Controller player.
And he's, one of our 2 controller players today, so really bringing in the talent, of
Good
course. Luck. And this here is Connor on my left, the captain of BDB. Connor, I know you've had some positive vibes going in today, but what does it mean to be here with a team that you've built, a team that you've been working with over the last couple of weeks, and a team that you're ready to hopefully try and lift this wonderful little trophy with?
It's kind of scary. I mean, we've been doing like most of the tournaments all together.
Eat the microphone.
But no, most of us have been doing most of the tournaments. I've been with these guys throughout my university course. Hi. And I'm really looking forward to playing this.
Now, I've got one more question for you before I let you go. Do you think you're going to win?
Yeah?
Yeah. Did you get that? Is the microphone working?
Hold on. Sorry. Yes, Alfie, I will. My team will win.
Confidence, we like
that
it.
is yours. We will reveal that in a little bit. Well, thank you for joining us, Connor. You can go home now, don't you worry. And that was, of course, BDB there. So let's take a look at our second team. Going up against them today, that is going to be Geronimo, spearheaded by Alfie, with Costin, Bluebeard, and Fan Vortex supporting as well. And what feeling about these guys, Rob?
Oh, it's a marvellous fez, I will have to say. It's a fantastic fez. No, these guys look formidable. They look great.
Yeah. These guys looking formidable as hell. Alfie's sort of just exploded onto our scene in about January of this year, and since then has been winning tournaments left, right and centre. And it is going to be quite an interesting one to see. So Alfie, obviously, I'd say you probably, let's say, not the favourites for today. I think you guys have got a bit of an uphill battle against you, but David versus Goliath action. What's the mentality amongst the team going into today?
Be goofy, be funny, win.
And can I just pull you in a little bit more, just so he's actually on the stream a little bit? Perfect. I just want to, visualise quickly this fabulous outfit you're wearing, really bringing the Geronimo uniform and the team ethos to life here, really. And obviously the fez, I've got to ask, I think we all know it. Where'd the fez come from?
Shop.
No, he actually stole it from a museum.
Shop. Can we get a little bit more specific?
Well, I was watching Doctor Who one day, and I asked for Christmas, Mum, can I have a fez? And she looked at me with a weird grin, and then proceeded to buy me a fez that day.
You got it from Next, didn't you?
Yeah. And now half the team are here rocked up today in fez as well. Thank you for joining us, Alfie. And one question for you as well. Are you going to win the trophy?
Absolutely. The most Connor's going to win is the cloth on top of the trophy.
Actually, that's a t-shirt. that is a t-shirt. Ew. Well, go and take your seat. We will have you back up in just a couple of minutes here. But, Rob, you've alluded to a little bit earlier on, of course, we have Siege X coming out. This came out just a couple of days ago. It's been a little bit of a turbulent launch, but let's have a look exactly how it changed the game and really the difference that Siege X has made to the game. Of course, we've had some balancing changes, a Clash remaster, operator ban rework, as well as a repelling and map update. Now, I'm going to say let's just dive straight into things, right? Should we go and have a look, see what these balancing changes have been bringing to the table here, and see what kind of things that have been brought across here. So, Rob, why don't you take us through it?
Well, first of all, I'm looking straight at Jackal, because I used to play Jackal as well. And now I think his eye gadget has been changed to only scan once, is that correct?
Yeah, so now Jackal gadgets, rather than pinging multiple times off of a single footprint, he now only pings the individual time, and it not only slows down his playstyle a little bit, right, makes him more of that hunter in line, sort of with a Deimos kind of character. It's also going to make him less powerful and less oppressive. He's a lot less annoying to deal with now, I think, is the main consideration with this rework Jackal. And something else that's really caught my eye here as well, of course, is going to be the changes that have been made over towards Jaeger, where he can now capture those Capital Fire bolts and smoke bolts, as well as the Ace Selma charges, and that's got to be a real buff to him, right?
Absolutely. I have a friend of mine who would probably be very upset at these changes. He was a Capital main. Oh dear.
Rest in peace.
Also, I am looking up Blackbeard, and having seen the changes to Blackbeard already from, well, when I was starting a few years ago, to what he is now, he is something short of annoying, wouldn't you say so?
I hate Blackbeard. We are going to see Blackbeard bans today, right, guys?
They are masochists.
They hate us. They don't like us as casters. Anyway, let's take a look and speak of operator bans. Let's take a look at some operator bans, because the ban system for Siege X has been entirely reworked. Rather than doing all of your bans at the start of a matchup, you're now going to be doing them progressively as the match goes on through. You're going to ban 2 operators at the start of the opponent's side, as well as you're going to be banning 1 halfway through the half, point it where it resets, and then you get to overtime, the bans are reinstated. The key changes are there on the right side. Now, Rob, what are your thoughts on these ban changes?
Well, compared to when I last played, this is a lot more in-depth, I feel. But it also gives the teams a chance to actually reorganize their strategies, rather than just having bans straight away at the start of rounds. It's now changed to, they can change it to every so often. And I find that actually really helpful, especially with the diversity of strategies. And it'll be interesting to see how it works in Pro League as well.
Yeah, and that's it. Obviously, just coming off of the back of the Reload event where they did play with the operator bans, we've concocted some operator ban changes for you to sort of give the teams here a bit of inspiration, give you watching as well a bit of an idea onto what exactly they would look like. So the first one is something W7M brought along during the R6 Reload event back in Sao Paulo a couple of weeks ago. No, that was Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro just a couple of weeks ago, where they played out the first couple of rounds with a fairly normal set of bans. They're banning out just anything. I'll just put Blackbeard, Deimos there, it's placeholder. But the key was, at the halfway point, when they get to make that third ban, they go and ban the Brava. And what that allows them to do is it facilitates a play style where they can be bringing in the Capcan, the Malusi, Maestro, all of these operators that Brava counters, they can now flourish because Brava, she is unavailable to the attacking team. And whoever they were playing against, I can't remember who it was now, really struggled against it.
So Thermite, Hibana, and Ace for attack. That's interesting.
Can't get any hard... You know what? If all the hard breaches are banned, you can't get any walls open, can you, really?
That's fair. Yeah, absolutely.
Imagine attacking without hard breaches. What are your options? Can openers. Not a lot.
No, I think you just sit there and cry. I think would be a good choice.
Valid indeed. And then, of course, we've got hunting time as well. This one's a bit more of adjusted to this level of play type banning system, where what we'll do is we ban the vigil and the mute first. 2 operators denying drone utility, mute especially, and really making the attackers have an easier time at clearing through the building. If teams are struggling with roam clear, these are the kind of bans I want to see them making. And then you ban a third roamer as well, whatever a team is using, whether it's a Scopos, a Cav, whoever it is, that's going to be the ban that you want them to be making. And for our final bans as well, Kaid, Bandit, and then finally a mute ban there. That's going to make walls, holding on to walls as a defending side impossible with those operators off the board, and that's going to make holding sight quite hard, right?
Especially in sites like Snowmobile Garage as well. Oh yeah. That is a pain to get into in any sort of situation. But banning Bandit, Kaid, and Mute all at the same time, yikes. It's going to be hard to hunker that down.
And I like that you bring up Snowmobile Garage, because let's take a look at our competitive map pool here for today. Of course, we are running the Blast R6 competitive map pool at the minute. Bank, Border, Chalet, Clubhouse, Consulate, Cafe Dostoevsky, Lair, Nighthaven Labs, and Skyscraper. 9 maps, 5 of them will be played today. If you're wondering what the red highlights on them are, that is going to be the updated Siege X maps with our new destructible elements. Fire extinguishers, gas pipes that explode, and those ones have had a little bit of a graphical uphold as well. And I really want to see some of them today.
absolutely. I feel like the beepers, especially with how the teams can interact with them now, it's going to be very interesting to see when they use them, how they use them as well.
Yeah, it's really going to add to it. I mean, I'm looking at this map pool here and I'm going, all of them are exciting. And of course, throughout this whole year, we've not been running the competitive map pool. Some of these maps have been different throughout the year. Some of these maps haven't really been used too much throughout the year. We have our comfort zones, Cafe Dostoevsky, Nighthaven Labs, that we've seen a lot of this year, Chalet as well. But maps like such as Lair, Border, they've not been in our map pool for very long, not really been played when they were. So I'm quite excited to see how they pan out today. So should we take a look and see where we're actually going to be going today, shall we?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, a map veto today. That one is looking spicy indeed. We're going to be going off to Clubhouse for our first map pick there. And then our second one is Lair. That is an issue on my part. I put the wrong thing in the graphic. Oops. And then we're going to go to Lair, Nighthaven Labs, Bank, and Chalet.
It's okay. We'll say it's part of the lore.
We'll say it's part of the lore, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Like Clubhouse. Yeah, Clubhouse is... Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Clubhouse will be interesting to see how everybody runs through, because there's so many ways that you can attack the sites on there, versatility, but also they're very easily defendable as well. But it will be interesting how the teams line up to this as well.
And it's got to be a massive advantage on Clubhouse, that first map, before BDB starting on the defensive side as well. There. That's got to be really beneficial to them to try and hopefully get themselves off to a strong lead. It's a strong map for both teams. Geronimo obviously got that free pick right off the get-go, so I'm quite excited to see how they intend to use it. So, thank you very much for joining me for the pre-show.
No problem.
I'm going to steal that off of you, and then you go and take a seat. And let us have a look at our trophy here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined back up by the team captains here. Connor, Alfie, come on fourth. Stand there. Alfie, come over here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm so not sorry. And when you are ready, guys, place your hands on the box. And let's have a look at our trophy for Showdown Series Invitational. Lift it up. Alfie. How much do you want to lift that piece of silverware?
Very much. That looks amazing.
Connor, you've been working for it. You're eyeing it up. Are you in love with that thing?
Oh, yeah. The door's right there. I could just run.
You're going to lift it?
Yes.
Yeah. Lift it? Right, gentlemen, face to face. Mike in the middle.
Your fez looks stupid.
Geronimo.
Right, before we break any Twitch TOS and these two start making out, we're going to throw it to a little bit of a break here, but we will be back in about 10 minutes' time with map number 1 of the day. Clubhouse coming up, BDB versus Geronimo. Who will be lifting this wonderful trophy? Well, we'll find out in just a couple of minutes. And welcome to the Showdown Series January Clash at Connor. He's going to remain. He's going to be patient. He wants to swing it, but he's got to wait for the perfect moment to do so, and he's found it! With that, Eric, he's going to almost find another. Corey's going to drop, but so is Connor. Now it's just a 1 versus 1. Eric versus Ronnie to keep the game going in, but it's going to be Eric going nuclear so far, a double in the round. And if we know, Dave, you can make with good leadership, you can make an average player into a great player. But who needs greatness and does that? And he's actually going to get the pick with the grenade and get the pick onto Corey. Eric, excuse me, what's this man had for dinner tonight? Split coming in. The first will fall, but it's one behind. Alfie keeping Sam in place with the bear in. G3 Esports playing this post-plant masterfully. Sam, he's got 12 seconds to get this one done. Going to do the one last stim, but I've got a feeling he's just going to be searching for exit eliminations at this point. Alfie's going to do some more damage. Sam's going to be spraying. He's going to get the hip fire onto Alfie, but time is against him. And welcome back to the Showdown Series Invitational, folks. We're getting ready for map number 1. Clubhouse is very, very much almost upon us, and I cannot wait to get this one started, Rob.
I'm actually so excited for this. I just want to get started.
Yeah?
Let's go.
So let's get into Clubhouse. It's a map of bread and butter. It's a map of basics. It's one of these maps that I think everyone who plays any level of competitive Siege is going to be familiar with, is going to be ready for. But I think the real question comes in on who is actually going to be taking this one. Obviously, Geronimo picked this as their 3 map, but BDB, they're no slouches on Clubhouse either.
No, absolutely not. And usually with this, it's in favor of the team that usually picks the map, but sometimes it doesn't always go that way.
And the other curious part of this one as well is BDB, they're starting defensive side, the favourable. Well, Clubhouse is 50-50, but you could argue in the terms of fundamentals, I think BDB are just that level ahead, and they are going to be ready to really start this one on a strong defensive half, right? If they can get 4 or 5 rounds out of the gate, I think they're going to be pretty confident for this.
Very, very true, Travis. But do tell me, what is your favourite side to play on this map?
Oh, Clubhouse. You know what? Clubhouse Basement 22nd execute style, right? Yeah. The El Clasico of Siege is a defensive fortress down there in the basement. Teams, they break their way in, and many of the times they'll leave it till 10-15 seconds left on the clock to make that final push down in towards the basement. And when they are, it's so exciting.
It's very satisfying as well when you play Blitz to go through Trench and then scare everyone in sight as well. It's going to be very interesting if they pull that off too.
Yeah, it could be so interesting. Get a Blitz in there, get a shield in there, really get some chaos going in and on amongst it. So, without further ado, I think we've got a game ready. Let's get ourselves into map number 1 of the Showdown Series Invitational. Clubhouse is coming right on up, but before we get there, we got to get through our newly reworked operator ban phase. So both teams going to be banning operators at the same time here. You're in a player slot pause. Intermission. Cut the camera, cut the camera. Observer's joined as a player. Rio's the shit.
Great start, everybody. Great start.
And apologies for that quick pause there, folks. Just had a little bit of a rehost, a little bit of technical difficulties do happen from time to time, but we are here, we're on Clubhouse now, we're on the correct side. So we've actually got an observer in an observer slot now, which means we get to make these operator bans come on through.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's going to be very interesting to see what teams ban who, but I can already kind of guess who might be banned. Oh, very interesting, Glaz and Cade. What do you make of that, Travi?
Well, Glaz ban, I think it's a target ban there. Coming in from BDB, they know Alfie loves his Glaz,
Absolutely,
right? So
yes.
take him off the board. That one's a target ban. And, well, they're going to be trying to make walls a lot harder there on the attack of the Geronimo side. They want to get these walls open easy. Cade being taken off the board. Walls should be a bruise now. The only thing that can really contest them is the Bandit, and that's going to make the viability of something like that basement bomb site even lower.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the Azami as well to block off lines of sight, that's going to be really, really versatile in terms of site defense.
Attackers need to locate
Azami is probably one of the most picked operators, especially last season as well. I've seen a lot of Azami picks when I've been playing, but that is in low ranks, so.
That is it as well, and you know, with Azami as well, you look at her, and she's such a powerful operator. Sam especially there. His name is Herds.Furia. He is not Herds, nowhere near that level, of course. We will be using their real names. We will try and bring it across exactly. But now, we're just going to go over it for you guys here, especially in the audience right now, because not a lot of you are Siege heads. Not a lot of you are overly familiar with the game and exactly how everything in it works. So this is the preparation phase. For the defensive side of the BDB, they're setting up everything. They're reinforcing walls, sectioning off doorways, laying their defenses down, ready to try and hold off the attack of Geronimo, which is going to be incoming now as the action phase goes underway. The attackers, the orange team, they now have 3 minutes to make their way in towards the building. They have 3 minutes to either kill all of the players or put the diffuser down on one of the 2 bomb sites available upstairs, cache CCTV. So for Geronimo, let's see where they make their entry from. Seems like we're going to be going towards Garage.
And a regular Bandit setup there, just blocking off that outside wall. It's going to be really interesting how they enter that. Anything can really enter that wall, whether it be a Thatcher or even a Kali. And a well-placed Kali can break that open too.
Yeah, the issue is we're not seeing any EMPs from the side of Geronimo right now. Oliver's going to be placed in charge right on the wall there. But as you can see it, Connor ready for the Bandit trick, but a little bit late on it there. That means CCTV walls are open. A good start to the attack now from the side of Geronimo as BDB. Connor still wants to play this position with his life here. Going to hold it close towards the reinforced wall. But as you can see, all guns of Geronimo, they're primed in that entryway now. If they try and make an swing out from the side of BDB, they're going to get punished for it. They have to hold their metal right now.
And definitely have to watch for runouts as well. That bottom basement run out as well, out of Strip Club, I believe, can also catch players off guard.
Oh, Connor's been droned.
Oh,
you know he's playing it close to that position now. It's incredibly risky. There are nothing in the form of grenades in the pocket of Geronimo, so nothing they can really use to shake Connor out of that position. Herds as well. Herds? Sam supporting from rafters. I knew I was going to do that at some point today. Sam supporting from the rafters position out there to try and this. But look at this. Costin's got his way close towards the objective here. Swinging out now from construction. Ooh. Does he know where the players are? He can see the one. We can see the outline there. The player on the left towards Cash. He sees the feet, sprays, misses some of the shots. Can he quite find the connection? Yes, he can. Elliot goes down. First kill of SSI goes in the way of Geronimo.
Yeah, Valkyrie going down there. Very important operator for the defensive side. Legion holding that angle just by the A bomb. And a very small line of sight.
Line as well. This one, it's risky push now for Geronimo. They're funneling through a little bit. They've got a nice connection all the way around. Corey's holding this cash position, takes a little bit of damage, but does a lot more back the other way. 45 seconds to go now. Execute is looming. C4 goes out. Oh, doesn't quite connect though. That's unfortunate there. But right now, Geronimo, they're looking quite good for the time being. They just need to find a way to cross this final hurdle.
I also did hear that C4 rip just in time. Thank God.
Ooh. Comes Connor and Sam, the 2-star players of BDB, and they're coming up huge. Reduced Geronimo down to just 1. Team captain left standing on his own. Alfie on the Twitch, left on the roof here, trying to cover with a DMR, but a little bit far away from the action and 15 seconds to go. He's got no choice but to move in here, and with rafters not clear, across being held from BDB, it should be a comfortable start to their defensive half here. Goo mining Fish, shot in the back by Furia, and BDB take themselves round number 1.
It's very interesting how they played that. Always in defense, wait for the attackers to come to you. You cannot be aggressive when it comes to a 2v1 play. Have to always wait for the players to come to you. It's interesting to see how there's very little reaction from the players.
Yeah, no, I was just waiting for BDB to come alive. And to be fair, a lot of that round really surprised me. BDB, I was expecting them to be electric. I was expecting them to come out the door swinging, but they just didn't.
No.
They played it patiently. They played it calm. And I think the key word there is discipline. Looking so incredibly consistent. And I really think that it was a solid fundamental show from BDB here. I know some kind of fundamentals that I think are.
Yes, and also not underestimating their opponents either. They're not doing anything silly, not peeking angles they don't need to do. At the moment, just playing it very, very safe indeed. And a very interesting setup here. A mirror, reinforcing off the rotation.
Interesting mirror window there. Normally play from inside of gold, not facing outwards to it. Curious to see what Corey's exactly thinking with that one there. Of course, you can drop the logic out to use it, but again, you can't really use the mirror window if it's not got a softball next to it right there. I like what Sam's there done on the left side of the screen there with that keeper barricade circling off the drone hole. BDB, this very nice, well-rounded defensive hold right now. I like what they're bringing. Meanwhile, for the side of Geronimo, I'm looking at what Alfie's got along. It's going to be the Cali.
I think the important thing is they are pushing as a team for this sort of round. They have to, especially. And it's interesting with Kali as well because she is so strong sometimes in the right hand. Especially one shot can down a single player. Almost downing that player right there.
Yeah, and that's the other thing as well, right? With Glaz being taken off the board there from the side of BDB, Alfie, he's limited at options. He feels at home on these DMRs. He doesn't like to get himself... He is good in these gunfights. He can certainly take them, but he doesn't like to.
Yes.
Especially on the attack, he likes to play more reserved from a distance with a marksman or a sniper rifle. That Glaz ban is going to make him feel a little bit uncomfortable, and it's probably why we're seeing things like the Kali.
Yeah. And Alfie has told me before that he loves Glaz. He loves the simplicity of Glaz. We all love Glaz. Well, not on plane, obviously, because he can shoot through the windows. I know myself, having been shot many times up the bum.
Back to a couple years ago.
Yep.
Oh, that was not fun.
That was not fun, no. Oh my goodness. Invincible Blackbeard shield too.
Oh, yeah. Invincible 800 HP Blackbeard shield. Ow. Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Oh dear, no.
Really do not like
Ash's
that one.
small hitbox as well on her head,
Yeah.
I believe, was another big problem.
Oh yeah, plenty of problems we've had now years. I mean, this is a Siege X map as well. I'm waiting to see something used here, but I think Connor's going to be planning to use this C4 first. Sees the player out towards main stairs window, has an idea. There's a black eye camera there that you can see. Elliot is watching. C4's going to go. Here's the hop in, takes down Oliver, sent right back out. Another kill from Sam and Geronimo. Their attacking woes seem to continue here as I think this is the issue for them. They're playing quite slowly. They're trying to play strategical. But the issue is, when someone goes down, look, Nathan on the left there, Fan Vortex, outside on the window, unable to hop in, make the response. Alfie's nowhere to be seen. Right now, it feels a little bit disjointed from Geronimo, and there's no reactions coming in, and BDB are quite happy to play that.
Well, the IQ is still had a drone in their pocket. They're not droning before entering. That's the most important part of Siege. You can't just go in bare-fisted and expect a gunfight and win it. Even, you know, well, if you're god tier like Bolo, but...
Bolo's retired, man. we got that. Oh, Alfie takes down Elliot. Ooh, nice shot. But yeah, Bolo's retired.
Yeah.
He's that now.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Well, I do know that, but he's still god tier at the game.
Oh yeah, he's still absolutely cracked out of his mind at the game. Interesting position. I'm really curious to see what Corey's doing here. It's a risky one putting the mirror window there, and not only is it risky, it's also quite a difficult spot to hold because as you can see, he's now got to watch that window. But look at this, the player of Geronimo's got on their way towards the objective here, able to connect the shots. It's going to be Alfie. The question is he ready for Connor to make the response? Nathan picks up and confirms the kill towards Corey. 2 versus 2 now, but 15 seconds to go. Geronimo, they're left scrambling. They have to make the hop in here. Yet again, it's Sam and Connor to hold strong. A bit of a stalemate happening inside a gym here, and Alfie with it all to do yet again. Caught in yet another cross. Sam explodes with 2 quick kills, and BDB 2-0 up.
Again, the lack of utility being used. 2 EMP nades still in their pocket. Another drone still in the pocket as well. They have to start using the utility. They have to start planning effectively and not rush in and hope for the best.
Yeah, and that's it right now. BDB really starting to run away with this one just a little bit now. And it's this end round. Geronimo need to speed things up. They can't be leaving it to 15 seconds again because otherwise we've had 2 similar rounds now where Alfie, his teammates get picked apart. He's not in a position to respond. And as a result of that, he's left in a 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3. And as well, Sam 5-0 at the minute.
I think it also comes from the fact that Alfie's pick has been banned. So he has to come up with new strategies. He's so used to playing with that sniper rifle that now he has to learn how to use different operators in different scenarios now, but in the way that's different from how he played with Glaz. But this is good experience for him.
Yeah,
Valkyrie
this is
setting up the
certainly
cams.
going to be...
And a Fenrir as well.
I like this lockdown here. Obviously, Kaid is banned, and I think that's going to be seeing the impact of this one, specifically on this basement bomb site here for BDB, how they're going to hold it. I like to see what Sam's doing, and I think this might be seeing a bit more of what I've expected from BDB over the last couple of weeks and and that's going to be this aggressive play style. Sam especially, he's now playing the first floor extension on the castle. I can't wait to see what he cooks up with that.
Absolutely. It's interesting, the castle placements there, just blocking the lines of sight and the entrances. And he is holding an angle right now, I believe, into Garage. Have Geronimo spotted that? They have to drone. They have to drone him out.
Do they know?
Ooh. Castle still holding that angle. Again, now there's the drone. Excellent. We have a drone, Travis. We have a drone.
We are using the fucking drones. Woo! Progress is being made here on the Geronimo side. And this is the other thing I suppose we've got to give on the tournament and the visible back foot of the whole thing, right? Is Geronimo, they haven't had as much practice as BDB.
Yes.
BDB have been really putting their all into this. They've been sweating out mat balls, and they have been sweating out the kills as Costin goes down to Sam yet again. As he continuing to hold this aggressive first. He knows there's one outside of secret here. Sees the player, sprays the shots over, takes the head off of Elliot just like that. Single-handedly denying any and all entries from Geronimo. Seems like we're going to be seeing a bit of a Hail Mary down the site here. Moto's open, mainstay is available to them. But the question is, do they go direct or do they go and deal with Sam?
Bar hatch is open. They could plan a rush through there maybe. But they have to be very, very careful. I believe, is that no drones left in the pocket?
That has still got 5 up there available.
5. Oh, yes.
4 in pocket.
Thank you for letting me know.
4
yes.
available, 1 left in pocket. But whether that was in one of the 2 dead players, we don't really know.
No.
But what we do know for certain is BDB are looking good right now. And
Absolutely.
This is the thing. Sam's just come back down to the objective. He has been playing this disciplined. He has been playing this so well. Hopping comes down from out here, fighting through the fire and the flames in the objective, but won't last much longer. Adrenal Surge comes in from Oliver there. Mini guy, no choice but to hop drop the hatch, but he knows all the guns are watching it. He knows, he jumps there. He is a goner, but he's going to do it anyway. He's Corey with a team kill on towards Sam. His first and only death so far, this map. And Elliot going to be the one to close it on out. And backdoor breaches, they are looking so good right now. Oh, they are excited. They are getting fired up now.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like I'm having a PTSD from that team kill. Something I would do, Travi.
Oh, love it. You know what, in Pro League, I believe there's a player called Corey, funnily enough. And it's called a team kill Corey. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know a team kill in Pro League is called a Corey.
Yes.
Isn't it funny that Corey's the one to take the head off of Sam?
Interesting. Interesting how that all lines up, isn't it? An Ace and Bandit now banned.
I mean, is that the right call for Geronimo? Oof. That really is the question, because I'm looking at this right now and I'm thinking to myself, walls, I don't think the walls have been the issue.
No.
I really don't think the walls have been the issue.
I don't think so either. No, I think it's the fact it's lack of team pushes here. It's always been single players pushing in one objective at a time.
Protect your bombs
it's never together. It's always one. It's like Alfie dropping the hatch, immediately trying to take the gunfight against 3 different players. Not very advisable. But there was also Finker on the hatch as well. Go down main stairs, start a gunfight.
Yeah. And I think a massive issue as well there with the sort of push from Geronimo was, yet again, they had the time, they got there better, but they just let Sam pick them apart. I think we want to see something aggressive. We want to see something that's going to deal with these roamers head on now that BDB are feeling a little comfortable. And that's where the Daemon comes in.
Now Valcam looking through construction. Just
5
have
seconds
that
to insertion.
supervision over that soft wall. If they've reinforced it, I don't believe they have. Have they reinforced that outside wall into construction?
I really hope so, because that would be a nice easy opener there for Geronimo. I mean, do you give them the openers at this point? Because if you ask me, the opener isn't actually the difficult part for Geronimo. It's once they're inside the building, what do they do from there? They have this space, because BDB, they've been given the space to them. They've been really given the space for them. By a couple of odd powers, let's say this one in rafters here on the garage. They've been given the positions over quite easily, and I wouldn't really say that Geronimo had to fight for them. And
yes.
BDB just played it passively.
And I have noticed that IQ is not per gadget.
No. And this is the perfect round to use it.
Absolutely.
Valkyrie, Maestro, Eager. All of these operators, and look at all that soft floor underneath. Establish the fact that no one from BDB is roaming down below. First floor is entirely free right now. Send that IQ in down below to start causing some chaos. If players on their camp, you're going to find the floor, or worst case, you find utility. Either way, it's an impact for the team and putting pressure on BDB, which they've not been feeling so far.
Also, for any new players that are looking in, the Maestro cams
They are so important for site coverage as well. They are bulletproof. They can be destroyed if Maestro opens to shoot back at an operator, and they can be hit, a melee hit to blind the Evil Eye as well. But they are so important for this site hold. I've actually used Maestro on this site myself. He is so powerful.
Ooh. Connor. Bye-bye, Alfie. And
yikes.
That's an issue right there. Adrenal Surge is going to come on through, so it seems like Geronimo are going to want to make that push just a little bit forwards here, over on towards the side of the objective. But the question really is how do they actually make this push onwards right now? That is really what I want to know.
It's like what I've been saying, Travis. Sorry to interrupt you. It's like what I've been saying. They have to push as a team. They are doing exactly the right things, droning out, finding information. They know the Valkyrie is holding that doorway, holding the window. They've got 2 players currently in construction. It's very, very important. And they've got that reinforced wall.
They know it's coming. Corey knows it's coming. He's read the script, but Ollie's read it just a little bit further. Good trade back there from Geronimo. Still a man disadvantaged to work their way out. Obviously, a final Geronimo search comes through. Now the issue is they don't have much to use from here. I'm really worried for Geronimo right now because they're pushing in on through, but they've not got a lot of options to do so. Sam's anticipating push, wants to go for a little bit of run out. Will he catch Ollie? Yes, he will. Going to find it. And it just leaves Costin on his own. 1 versus 3. Not a lot of time either.
No, not at all. Oh. Oh my.
That was a bit windy from Elliot.
But yeah, saw that Valk cam way too late. It's so easy. How that
Did he hit a fire extinguisher with that one,
I think so, yeah. Oh no. But what I was saying, so it's so easy with a Valkyrie if you place your cameras correctly, even with experienced players, sorry, you can catch players off guard, even by giving such important information to your team. I believe the only reason they won that round was because of that Valk cam.
They knew it was coming.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing. Intel is king in a game like Siege. And we're seeing Geronimo start to use it. And this is, I think, where I'm going to query the map choice a little bit here, right? Because in my mind, Clubhouse is a really strong map for BDB. It's infamously been banned almost all year long because Sam is a demon on this map.
Yes.
If we exclude the team kill, him and Connor put them together, 13-0. Nothing short of dominant.
That's incredible.
When you think we've had a maximum of 16 kills so far in this match for the side of BDB,
wow.
Connor and Sam between the 2 of them, 13.
Yes, and
they haven't died once.
Azami top fragging 8-2, I believe. If we can have the scoreboard up again. 8-1.
8-1, yeah. 8-1. And the only time Sam died there at the top.
Oh,
but
yes.
at the back ahead from Corey.
Yep.
So it's certainly been dominance really from Sam and Connor right now. Geronimo, they need to get the guns going. They need to get something going. But if they go out of this half 6-0 down, Clubhouse could be over before it's even started.
And going back to what you said about discipline, notice that nobody's spawn peeking. It's so infuriating, especially when you're playing ranked, when you see a player like a Doc or a Rook try and spawn peek out the front of Clubhouse and just get their head absolutely taken off.
Yeah.
And you're already down an operator and you're 5v4 for the rest of the round.
Not a great start, is it?
No.
Not where you want to be, but... And that's it. Oh, this could be free.
Oh.
Oh, that was so clever. I really wanted that to work, but unfortunately just not quite there. Alfie unable to find the connection on the
well-placed drone from the prep phase.
Yeah, it could be, but look at this. A lot of pressure in construction right now. Grenade's going to be coming on in, but look at this. Keep barricades buying them time. And this is the utility of that operator as Sam puts it to work, takes down Nathan. Geronimo, they're trying to force an entryway through the construction window. Alfie eventually takes down Ollie at 3 versus 3, but you've still got Sam to deal with.
And notice how Sledge immediately destroys their keeper barriers. Very, very important. Azami has been so good in the last couple. Oh my goodness, that was close.
Adapting.
Oof. Sorry, I can't get a sense of
yeah,
that. It's too exciting.
There's too much happening.
Oh my goodness.
He might... Oh, he's going to get the pick charge in the window free. Corey's going to run away. All right, so Geronimo slowly making progress, but the question is, where the hell is Alfie?
Alfie is
Alfie's
outside.
there.
Yeah, he's outside construction right
We're
now.
missing one. Where is Costin? Is he on the roof towards Logi?
Might be. Where is he?
Oh,
there's the
found him.
Hibana.
I was going to say, I swear there's 3 of them alive. There is 3 of them alive, but oh, look at the health on BDB's side.
Yeah.
They're quite low.
Oh. Hey! There we go.
Go on, Oliver. Takes down Corey. And for the first time in a little while, BDB man disadvantage, but it's the insurmountable mountains left, Connor and Sam.
Interesting peeking upside down on that window. Usually it's not the best choice.
It works.
Mm.
Oh, Oliver's taken down Connor. This could happen here. Geronimo have control of the objective right here. Boston left to try and hold it. They know where he is. Just play it patiently. Hold the composure here for Geronimo right now. Ollie going to be going down, I believe, to a trap there. But Diffuser is also going to be going down right now. The question is, can Geronimo hold the post plant? Sam, low HP, 2 HP in a dream now, has to try and pull a 1 versus 3 clutch out of his back pocket to try and keep Geronimo inside of this one. Opens up a rotation towards Logi. Buying himself a bit of time, but the gas pipe, no, denies the way around. Fire extinguisher. They are using this Siege X utility perfectly right now. Sam swings on in, has the pinks, knows where one is. Going to be able to take down the first. Alfie goes down, but 17 seconds to go. He has to move. He has to do it quickly. Oliver going to go to hop in. Oliver's going to find it, and Geronimo finally get her out across the line. They're still trailing by 3, but finally they have done it, and signs of life.
The Fezmeister looks very happy right now.
Finally.
Finally.
They have done it.
So it's amazing to me how they're already using the fire. I just saw you punch your fist in the air, using the fire extinguisher already. It's fantastic. That's such a great addition that they've added, rather than using smokes. But it's interesting how much Warden will now be used.
Yeah, that's it.
Counter, because he's so important, especially when there's a blitz on the other team. It's Warden's probably one of the best operators to have been included in the CC.
He is so good at what he does, and I think if BDB were playing more end-of-round utility, because that's the one thing they are, still not really bringing. They're not using smoke, they're not using flashes. If that was something BDB are struggling with, then yeah, bring the war. Look down towards this basement bomb site, in that long hallway in the middle of it, there is a fire extinguisher. Ooh. And that is so good there. Oh, we're going to get a little bit of free cam on it. I believe there's a fire extinguisher there. Yeah, we've just got a glimpse of it there.
Yep, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There's the fire extinguisher. And that, of course, when it's popped open, there's a little bit of smoke grenade, gas pipe there on the moto door as well.
I'll tell you who might be happy about this, Jinxie.
Oh.
Jinxie might be very happy about this. And Stompin.
Stompin's joined G2 now. Did you know?
Oh, really?
Yep, G2 picked him up the other day, dropped Uno, got a Stompin, first EUL play day. I want to say it's tonight, but don't go watch EUL. That's tier 1 Siege. That's
this is
shit.
where all the action is.
This is the entertainment here. Who cares about your G2, your Falcons, your BDS? Nah.
Yeah.
BDB Geronimo.
Oh, yep.
I like it.
Oh, we've got a Jackal. We have a Jackal.
And
we get to see the change.
Yeah, we get to see rework Jackal in. Oh, I say rework.
I'm very excited to see this new Jackal. As somebody who absolutely loved playing Jackal a few seasons ago and annoying probably the entire defensive team, it's very interesting to see how these new changes are going to change Siege and how people play it.
I love
Castle is roaming again.
And Geronimo, I want to shout this out here because this is exactly what BDB did last time. But they've adapted. They brought the Jackal, as you said. They're sending Ollie in from above. Alfie's going in horizontally. They're dealing with Sam head on. They know what to expect this time around, and they just have to get the kill now. Yes. That is the hardest part of this. Don't get me wrong for Geronimo. The kill is not going to be the easy part of this, but they know what to expect from Sam. And you can see he's already on those blue stairs. He's already ready to retreat because he knows the pressure's coming, and Geronimo, they are adapting.
Absolutely. But the good thing is Geronimo, oh, there you go. Alfie takes, oh, wow. What a great first pick.
Huge.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. But already, what I was going to say was the mentality from Geronimo. You can see that they are continuing to fight. They're not using their heads. They're thinking about it carefully. What can we do to change this?
And there you go. Here come in the cameras, and they've got decent time to work with. As I sort of said earlier on, this basement site here on Clubhouse, you can push this with 10-15 seconds to go. It is kind of that execute site. As long as you have your utility in the right place, you can try to force a plant down. No smoke's available here for difficult to do, but it's an option certainly for them. And then look to play the vertical, look to use this clock a little bit, try to extend that man advantage further. For me right now, the real challenge is going to be these mirror windows.
Absolutely. Oh, he's dropped. He engages a gunfight and gets that kill. How?
And they know where Connor is. Connor's in a tough spot now. He's in a real difficult one.
How important will that pick be, though?
Oh, this is huge here. If Elliot or Connor go down, they're suddenly playing a 1 versus 4. They have to get a pick back, and Elliot is going to do exactly that. Take down team captain opposing side of Alfie. 2 versus 3 now. Still a favourable round for Geronimo, but with the clock ticking against them, they're going to have to start to make a move. Connor getting ready on Modo to make one of his own, anticipating the drop here is towards Hatch. Going to spray it out, but going to get caught on the drop from Costin. All they need to do is charge Elliot now, stick this diffuser down, and they're going to do it straight into sight for Geronimo. And absolutely huge. Finally.
4-2, Travi.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Considering how awful that started for Geronimo.
Yeah.
That's really good from them.
They look determined. It could happen.
They've broken it.
Yeah,
and I think that's the other thing. They've not practiced really much before this. So they have not won a round as a team until then, until just a round ago.
Who was that team who had that really big comeback in a Siege final?
That was W7M FaZe Clan 6 Invitational 2024 Sao Paulo. 6-1 down.
My goodness.
On the final map. 7 rounds in a row, sorry.
Yeah.
For the side of W7M, and they ended up lifting their first hammer. And
excellent.
If you can't tell, Sam on the side of BDB certainly looks up for that, but he could be the victim of this comeback story.
Very, very true, yeah. I was there when I was watching Pengu win his second, though. That's how long ago it was.
Don't, baby, I feel like a dinosaur now. Saying that.
You're not that old, mate.
old.
Don't worry about it. You look gorgeous.
Oh. Let's see, right.
So Ace and Thatcher coming out. We have a Rook on defense. Oh, a sentry.
A sentry?
A sentry.
New recruit.
Was that a mistake, or was that...
You know what? I like it, right?
Yeah.
In teams such as this, where they're a little bit less coordinated, I think versatility is such an important tribute to have.
Absolutely.
And Geronimo, to me, that's comfortable.
Yes, yeah. And looking at this attacking team, we have a Nook, Ace. They've switched from Thermite to Finker and Thatcher. So one hard breacher, obviously we need a hard breacher every time you play Siege. Otherwise you're not going to get into the building very easily. Thatcher as well to take out those bandit charges. No bandit tricking, obviously, at this point in time. No. Nook as well, fabulous operator. And they have changed to Bravo.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Now, Brava's an operator that fascinates me.
Yeah.
Because I've never really had the opportunity to experiment with that operator.
She is a lot of fun. She hacks. That is Brava's thing. So for those of you who don't know, Brava is the one that CSAD 1905, or Corey here, is playing, the little blue icon. And her ability is she has these 2 drones. She sends them into the objective. Here we go. Oh, look at this. We can watch them in action.
Excellent.
And what she can do is any electronic utility she comes across, she can hack it. So not only will it destroy utility, it also converts it over to the side of the attack. So let's say she finds one of these fawn traps that Nighthaven has placed down. It's now going to be attacking and destroying any defense there. And, oh, good spot from Corey. Jacuzzi wall, wide open, could have taken.
Absolutely. But another thing that Brava is very, very good at is she can also take control of Evil Eyes. If there is a Maestro on the other team, oof, it's going to be a pain in the arse for the defensive side.
It could be difficult.
But Bandit has forgotten to take the Rook armor.
That's an issue.
That is a very big issue.
But... And as well, obviously, with the Rook armor as well, I don't know if you noticed, you can self-revive with it now.
Yes.
As of a couple of seasons, as of about a year and a bit ago now.
I've had to do that a lot. I mean, I've been down quite a bit.
Oh, Alfie takes down Elliot. Hello. That's a good
the ACOG site brings back memories. And another one taken down there. Travi, they're coming back.
They could do this. And I don't know whether to be scared or excited or a bit of both, if I'm being honest for you. Geronimo are fighting for this. Connor goes down, and that's quite a few rounds in a row where he's dropped early on now. And if this continues, this could be a huge issue for the side of them.
No offense to Geronimo, but they were the underdogs, and they are playing very, very well. One drone goes down there. And BDB playing it very slowly. Brava drops to the outside. Good game sense from Geronimo there to shoot out the window. Sentry pushing up to the window here. Be very careful. There's one about to peek. He will hear that rappel. Does he run out though? No, decides to play it very safe. Bandit pre-fire in the window. Super Shotty coming out here. Going to take a lot of damage.
Ooh, don't get aggressive now. This is the thing for Geronimo. They have to stay composed. They have to hold it through. They have to make sure that they just don't overswing it. Because look, Oliver, Costin, both quite low HP right now. They need to make sure that they're not getting overly aggressive. Sam, he is 10-3 right now, but he is low HP, and a move in the wrong angle could be very difficult for him. But he's going to find Ollie nonetheless, gets himself in towards Jim. Question of how many of these gunfights can he take?
Oh, and another one goes down there. Alfie, a great shot coming out from behind the bed. It's now a 3v1 situation. All Geronimo have to do is not get aggressive. Hold the angles, play it safe. 15 seconds to go. Gonna rush in. Gonna rush in. Nope. Alfie gets the frag. Travi, it's happening. They're coming back.
When do you call the tactical timeout?
Oh,
that is my question. Because look at that, Geronimo. And this is the thing. You can tell they're a little bit more subdued with this, but they are happy with themselves right now.
But that's the question of mentality. Are BDB losing their heads? That's the question we have to ask.
Pressure, isn't it?
Pressure,
That
absolutely.
is something I've got to wonder from them. It's got to be that mark of pressure, because you look at the side of Geronimo right now, and you see this pressure on their shoulders, right? You look at this Geronimo side, and you really do have to wonder. They have the BDB side, sorry. You look at BDB.
Yes.
They have expectations on their shoulders.
Absolutely.
Everyone thinks BDB are going to win this game in a pretty strong fashion, and sure, it started that way, but Geronimo have learned, and Geronimo have adapted, and Geronimo has so far are on their way to overcoming, and now only trailing around.
Apologies for going silent on that gunfight there, but I'm just so interested to see how that would play out, but caught from 2 angles.
Yeah.
It's just
and that's the team play factor starting to come through for Geronimo, right? And if I'm being honest with you, I knew we would see it from them today, because individually they are 4 good players, and even the ones that are less experienced with the game, I mean Oliver and Elliot, they can play in a team. I've seen it from them countless times before. The thing is, I thought it would take a map or 2 for them to start bringing that out.
Absolutely.
Less than a half, 4 rounds.
But the discipline is there. They are not taking the gunfights they don't need to take. I don't know whether that's Alfie telling them not to take it or just to play safe. That might be the case. But they're not being selfish with their gunfights. They're thinking about the team. This is the most important part of Siege. It's a team game. You can't rush into gunfights and expect to win every single one, because then if you die, your team is down 1. Every member counts.
That's it. You really have to make sure that every member of your team is counting on through. So, quite curious to see how things go for here. Breach going to be opened up now.
Oh, trench.
Nice little trench rush, and they've got the shield.
Trench rush.
Ooh. Go on, Rob. Take us through.
So we have a Monty at the front, just holding down the front. Is that Thatcher following? Yes, Thatcher's following. No, but no. There's a Ram playing vertical at this time, just opening up angles to look into the rotate. Now, Geronimo have to be very, very, very careful here. But Bandit does have that C4 that can be used to take some damage. Monty now peeking towards the mirror as one goes down. What a great shot, my goodness. Now Mirror cannot stay in one place here. That's exactly what they can't do. Over peek. Monty is brilliant in trench. You cannot peek those angles.
And I was listening to the comms there during that initial push in there. It was calm from Geronimo, surprisingly so. But look at this, Connor's gone down. Shield is trying to make the plan stick, but the cover is there from Corey. But hello, interrogation incoming. That means that the players of Geronimo know exactly where everyone is, and they can just come alive. They can see it.
They know where Monty is.
This could be a winnable round right now for the side of Geronimo. They just need to dislodge this Montaigne.
But it's interesting how Monty is holding that diffuser. It's so scary seeing that Monty standing by the diffuser, because all it takes is just for the Monty to bring down that shield and melee you. That's it.
Sandwich him. Sam, he's gone, and they've done it! Geronimo have held on! Tied game! And not only is there that, it's 4 rounds in a row! Finally a bit of happiness from the side of Geronimo, and backdoor breachers. I want to see the look on their faces right now, because we're going to be going straight into a tactical timeout.
Oh, wow.
What the hell is going on in their camp?
It's so interesting how one team can go from dominance, looking really calm and collective, to immediately starting to lose these gunfights and starting to play, well, sort of careless. Losing players that they don't need to, taking gunfights that they don't need to, not using utility to their advantage. Just looking at the body language, they know it. They know it, Travi. They know it. But again, that trench rush was the right idea, but I don't think that they pushed out in time. They needed to be so much faster. The whole thing with rushes is that they're quick. But also Thatcher being behind the Monty, also with being a 1-speed, I believe now. Is it 1-speed now, Thatcher?
Thatcher.
I believe it is 2-speed, actually.
Yeah, 2-2 now.
Yes.
But I think the key thing is there, right, for BDB, as you said, that rush, it went in and it needed to be fast, and it kind of stagnated a little bit there.
Absolutely, yes.
And I think the thing is right there for Geronimo, and one thing I really want to highlight is the fact that when they went through that round, the issue for me there really, really was the backdoor breaches. Was the fact that I'm going to highlight some of the players that haven't been performing so well.
Yeah.
Connor needs to set it up. He was great in the first couple of rounds. He was 5-0 at round 3.
Yes.
He's now 5-4. He's not gotten any kills for the last couple of rounds. Sam has slowed down just a little bit, and you know they were 13-0 at the 4-0
Absolutely. Yeah.
Whereas now they are sitting at 16-9. So they've only got 3 kills and died 8 times in that space. It's not a good look. It's been a bit of a fizzle out from BDB, and Geronimo, they're on the favourable side, and they're 4-4.
Well, I don't know if it's a mentality loss or the confidence loss, but immediately that change onto Fuse. Now that's really interesting because Fuse can play well in any way. You can play him vertically, you can play him on windows, but it'll be very interesting how they play this site. Oh, it's my favourite site, this one.
You're a fan of this one,
Absolutely,
are you?
I love this site.
Yeah?
So many ways of entry. I usually do play the Maestro on this site, but where do they enter from?
That is going to be the big question. Where do they make that entry? Well,
Going to that main
seems
reinforce,
like it's going to be CCTV coming on in. Cluster charge there to deny Bandit tricking. Exo Furman gets the wall wide open.
Really nice teamwork. Really nice teamwork there. But also sound. Blocking off the sound of footsteps as well. You can time that. Especially if you need to drop outside of a window. Block it off by using fuse charges or those big explosions. Sound is so important for Rainbow Six Siege.
Sound too as well with the CGX patch. Everything is depended on, but I think across the board, generally speaking, it's a little bit better to hear things. It definitely, in my experience, has worked a little bit, but I know we've had some issues with it for some players. But on the whole, I think it's improved, and that sort of reverberated sound with how doorways and stuff work, it's really going to be helping these teams out. Of course, I'm going to be looking at this one going here right now is, what is the move for BDB? Because they're clearly planning to play off and execute here, right? They're throwing in the Candelas, they want to make that entry on through, but they still want to clearly draft this player out here. Connor going to be blaming it on hell, but taking a lot of damage in the process. He just has to fall away because holding on to that one is going to cost you.
It's not the best rappel there as well. You're so visible as well from Garage. As you can see, there is a barricade there. They've opened the bottom of the barricade. They can see you through there. I've been killed many times from there by, well, people using ARs, Maestro. Oh,
good start from Elliot. Welcome back into the game. Takes down Costin there, and that's a good opening pick there for the side of Geronimo, because Costin, he's been having a great game himself so far. Currently 8-6 to the good, so
lack of awareness there, Travi, possibly.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Elliot, Octafalo, he's one of our controller players.
Yeah.
Elliot is a controller player.
Holding his own.
Yeah, and it's nice to see them holding their own here, but BDB, they've got themselves a man advantage. The question is, how do they take advantage of it? 45 seconds left to go, eyeing up the hop in, the walk into construction as well, but the angles are being held by Geronimo, so they're going to have to fight for tooth and nail to push, get this final little push over the line here. Hop in towards the objective now, through the window. Hello! He's right in front of you! Sam goes down, Nathan gets traded right back, but Geronimo is continuing to get the kills, and it's all on the shoulders of Corey. Disaster strike and into camp of BDB. Tactical timeout seemingly mattering for nothing as Geronimo.
Oh! My goodness. It all happened so fast, Travi.
What the hell was that? They're coming alive.
They're coming alive today.
They're a team. I can speak for all 4 of these guys. Maybe bar Nathan, they're all quite quiet guys. They're all pretty quiet, reserved guys.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to get them fired up just like that, and I cannot wait to see what happens if they actually take this map, because...
But again, it's so important. Notice how they weren't rushing the gunfights.
Oh, yeah.
The second one person jumps in, immediately they're down because they're holding that angle. Alfie picking up that pick was incredibly important, but also not rushing that last operator. It's so important.
Cav ban.
Cav ban. Oh, and they're running Blackbeard.
I think that Cav ban might be a little bit of a response to that interrogation. Ooh. What do you say?
Oh, maybe. But we also have a Flores as well in that beautiful Assassin's Creed skin.
I love that. Flores, hey look, it's us in the top left.
Hey!
In the top left. Oh,
just in case we forget our names. Just in case.
Are you Dara or are you Travi?
That's a great question.
We don't have name badges.
Yeah, do you want me to write it on your forehead?
Yeah, just put it on the forehead.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, when the casting camera comes back on. But yeah, also, Deimos ban. Deimos ban. I just noticed that. Now, it's interesting that Deimos is banned because I've been seeing so many Deimos bans because he is a nightmare for roamers. The second you get pinged as a roamer, it's instant information for your team.
Here comes Blackbeard.
Oh boy.
Have you seen him since his rework?
I have, yes.
Opinions?
Well, I kill him more than he kills me.
So that's good.
So I guess that's a good thing, but it's so weird to see him without that shield on his gun. And honestly, it's cool how they've reworked him now. It's basically a Clash and what other operator do you think? It's Clash and I'd say Blitz?
Yeah, he's a frontline shield. I think he replaces Blitz as well, so you can use him sort of one or the other.
Yeah, but they balanced him by his slow ADS, which I think is so important. If he had a fast ADS, well, you know, I think he'd be broken beyond comprehension.
Oh.
Oh,
is that a, I believe that was
that an ace charge?
That's a gas charge kill. That's a gas pipe kill, I think.
Ace, sorry,
Ace.
Flores, my bad.
Flores, yeah. I don't know how he died. Either way, he's dead. That's going to be Oliver down. Oh, Nathan just about escaped his life there. I like this from BDB. Much better. We're starting to see aggression from them. Walls opened up now here. They've got a good opener onto this one, and they can spearhead this assault with the shield, get the Blackbeard in, start causing some chaos.
But they definitely have the advantage of line of sights here. Look at that. So important to give off information. Blackbeard's just pinging the location of the other operators. Doc's peeking that angle with the ACOG. They just don't need to. They need to play it safe here. Geronimo need to play it safe here.
We've said it from both these teams. Discipline is what's going to separate them right now.
Absolutely.
But BDB, they need to get something going. They cannot afford to be disciplined right now because this attack is one-dimensional. And the longer they leave it, look at what's happened. All three remaining players of Geronimo are now in positions to watch this Jacuzzi breach. Get ready. They're anticipating this hop-in. If BDB hop in, it's going to be a bloodbath. And sure, they've got some great guns on their side to try and take it through, but it's still not going to be an easy fight, right?
Absolutely. What I would suggest is get Blackbeard in, as they're doing right now. Make sure you cover off Jim. Absolutely, there we go. Covering off Jim, rushing in, you're a shield. You have that shield for a reason. Get into sight, and they're going to start engaging gunfights now.
Cross here from Connor on the window as well. This is perfect from BDB. The team play we're expecting to see from them. Costin going to be brought down. He's knocked out. He can revive himself on the Rook, though. Is Sam aware of it? Yes, he is. Finds it. Does eventually get traded back, though, but Connor keeps the fight going for BDB, and Geronimo, they're reduced to one. Alfie, so good. 12 and 6 right now. Left to try and clutch upon the Doc. The fuse is going down. He's able to do a lot of damage, not quite finding the kill, but with every player all around him, he sees him go for the knife. He got it! He's outside the window. Can he win this 1 versus 1? Connor with it all to do. This is the closest BDB have been for just a little while now, but Alfie, he's just going to hide, but he can't stick it through, and BDB will finally find an answer back into this map.
It wouldn't have mattered much, but Alfie, used that stim. You had 1 stim in your pocket. 20 HP, you could have gotten yourself up to full. Oh, it's so infuriating when you see the gadget's not being used, isn't it?
And the thing is, it's all on the off-plant position there from BDB, because if it was the regular plant position, Alfie would have been able to hold that perfectly. He would have been able to hide behind that piece of gym equipment, and I don't think Connor would have been confident enough to hop in, take the fight. And Alfie would have been able to stick that.
I would have honestly jumped out there of the bedroom window.
Yeah.
I would have jumped out, caught them by surprise. I feel like in that scenario, you have to do that. When it's planted, it's something completely different. You're now on the back foot as a defender. So you have to make that decision, that impulse decision, to take that gunfight. I think what would have helped Alfie is pop that stim, run out of the window, take that gunfight.
Attackers have discovered
Either way,
the location of
it's
a bomb.
a hit or miss. But if you hit, it rewards your team.
Yeah. That's it. It can be a real reward for the team if it does go
Get
on
the
through.
armor, get the
Pick
armor.
Need some serious protection right now, boys, because BDB,
5
the question is,
seconds to
can they
insertion.
start converting this back into some momentum now? Because this is the thing, right? We've seen 4 rounds in a row, 4 rounds in a row, or 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
We've not had a back and forth yet between these two sides. We've had a good game. You know what? Compared to how it started off, I was a little bit worried. I won't lie for Geronimo. I was really worried after the first 4 rounds.
I'm loving this, though. This is brilliant.
This is a game of Siege. We
Yeah.
actually have a match on our hands.
Excellent.
I love it.
And it's good to see that the players that don't have as much experience are learning as they go. And it's really interesting to see that. Because what I saw in the first sort of 2-3 rounds was the lack of droning. Now I see a lot of droning. maybe that's a communication thing coming out from Alfie. We don't know.
Yeah.
But they're using their tools now, and that's so important in Rainbow Six Siege. You have tools, you have to use them. C4s, reinforced cams, so much more that you can use, but also your operator utility. And just seeing it used so effectively here is awesome.
Oh, we're seeing the dirt rush again.
Oh, trench.
BDB, and no one's expecting it this time around.
Frag goes out to cover off the entrance
That's
on
it.
the right.
They can get in now. They're inside. There's one big rotate, but it's not going to really allow them anything. But oh
Blackbeard
no,
goes down.
That's an issue. Sam's off the board there because Nathan, he's playing a really off
they're
position.
holding
behind the
trench.
lockers. Can he find a second? No, he cannot. Corey swings it and finds it. But the BDB, the question now comes, do you commit or do you back off? It seems like it's going to be the former of the two. They're going in. They're getting the diffuser down. The question is, can they hold it this time around? Diffuser is down. They run away. All they need to do is let Geronimo burn the time. Candela's coming on through. They see the one out towards Oil. Pick can't quite find the pick. Costin finds it back but gets traded. Corey doing great stuff in this round so far. Double kill for him.
But that will be communicated. The person holding trench.
Ooh, trade.
1v1.
Connor, Corey versus Oliver, but Oliver's very far off right now, and Corey, the comms are likely coming through. He just needs to hold. He just needs to be patient. He just needs to not give this one away. Oliver has zero idea, but with the clock working against him, backdoor breachers, surely they take this round. Surely they're able to find themselves here. He's baiting it, but pros do not fake. Out of time. No choice here but to try and just go for the kill or stick it through, regardless of BDB now onto map point.
If Mira did not lose that gunfight, they would have won that round. Oh.
He fall off his chair. He's going to be so miffed that's on camera.
Absolutely. But no, again, Mira losing that gunfight was probably what lost that round. If they got that pick, that's already another operator down. It's a 4v2 situation, and they only have 2 operators left. And I'm fairly sure that was the Zofia, wasn't it? Was it Zofia?
Yeah, I believe it was,
Yeah. That was entering. Yabba dabba do.
Yabba dabba do.
We saw you fall over. Excellent. They're going to be very mad at us now.
Oh, nothing like casters annoying the players. And speaking of, I'm going to drop BDB in the shits a little bit.
Okay, I'm listening.
They were laughing when they heard that Geronimo wanted to take them to Clubhouse.
Oh.
They thought this would be the freest map of their life. Sam, Connor, it's their paradise. But I wouldn't argue it's been that. I would argue it's been a little bit more of a nightmare for them, because even if it ends here, 7-5 to the brink of regulation, such a good scoreline for Geronimo, and on a map that I didn't really have high hopes for. They're looking competitive.
Absolutely, and it's the point I made earlier on with low-ranking players, or players that have never picked up the game before, how easily it is to pick it up. Well, apart from Alfie, who hasn't picked up the armor. I feel like that's going to be a grudge for me, is just... Oh, there we go. Thank you, Alfie. Thank you. Sorry, my OCD was flaring up.
That's okay. You're forgiven.
But no, it's so interesting how new players can pick up Siege so quickly. Normally, people get very, very scared with the amount of things that are on the floor, on the doors, like Capcan traps, for example. So many people I've seen blow into smithereens when they go through doors, myself included.
Yeah, we all do that.
Yes.
We all certainly do that.
Oh, Flores drone going out here.
Yeah. And this is the difference from the bands of Geronimo, right? From BDB, rather. There's a lot more wall denial open. Only Clay's been banned off. And if you ask me, he's the hardest of the 3 to deal with.
Yes.
Taken off the board, look at that.
Yeah.
Connor gets the Rotero in.
Yeah.
Wall.
Yep.
Should be openable now. Yes, it will be. And Alfie, not in a position to ban.
That's going out.
It's free. It's open.
It's open. Yeah. This is where the importance of Cage comes in, because you can throw those what are they called?
Selma charges.
Selma charges.
Red lights.
Yes, yeah. But Cade's gadget though can block off that reinforcement from a distance rather than having to go straight up to the reinforcement. Rotilla, I believe?
Yeah, Rotero drone.
Rotilla, yeah.
No, Rotero drone's Kite, Rotero drone's Flores, Rotilla is Cade.
That is confusing.
Very.
Very confusing.
See,
Ubisoft fix the naming conventions, please.
Oh,
he wanted to catch a Pokemon.
I don't think he's going to find anything.
No,
like that.
I don't think so.
Throwing them out towards kennels. It's a bit of an fallback from sight here for Geronimo. I think they're feeling a little bit uncomfortable. They're starting to feel the pressure. I like what Alfie's doing. Look at this. He's in the bottom garage right now. And I don't know if BDB are aware. And hello, Alfie. Look at that. He's got vertical.
He's got vertical. Oh, my goodness.
If Sam pushes in, he is well and truly cooked. But I just saw a drone from Connor. They know he's there.
But again,
they've got the ping.
I believe Geronimo are very scared of this Blackbeard. Notice how they're not trying to hold these. Oh, some shots going out there.
And that's it. Alfie, he's obviously given a call to the team that he's in a good position, so just let him fall. But now his position's been given up. You've had to see the relocation back into sight from Geronimo. And one thing they are doing a good job of, though, is because they're constantly moving, look at all this time they're burning through. Alfie, where's he off to? He's going back up red for a bit of a flank here to try and catch him off.
He might catch him
off. He is behind. He may be able to find it. The question is, he has to throw him through. Sam's going to get his head taken off. Nathan takes him down.
Can't do
Alfie
that with
himself
Blackbeard.
does go down, but here comes the swinging. But is he able to find it? 3 versus 3 right now. The player on East, swing out from Nathan, gets punished successfully. He does go down. Connor in towards the objective now, but sent right back out. And the other one goes. It's all down to Elliot here or Geronimo.
15 seconds.
But on the first map of the Showdown Series Invitational, Geronimo send us into an overtime, and we will be going all the distance through this game. Stays alive just a little while longer.
Oh my goodness. I think they're talking smack. God, it's like Pro League already talking smack.
Love this.
My goodness. But again, it's like you said, the what's the word? I've forgotten the word now.
I've forgotten my words.
Oh my goodness, it's
I'm
so
just
exciting.
lost for words. I'm like completely flabbergasted.
The discipline. There we go, discipline. The discipline again, not taking that gunfight unless they have to. It was a bit slow to re-peek that because he knew exactly where he was, but he still got the pick, and that's the most important part of it. Interesting picks coming out here. We have a blitz. We have a blitz, ladies and gentlemen. We have a blitz. There is Ace, Ayana, Thatcher. And on the defensive side, we have a Sentry again. Ooh, very interesting. Rook, Thunderbird, and Mira. Now, Thunderbird was a really interesting addition to Siege because it's something, well, obviously support character, but something very, very different from Doc. Everybody used to say that Doc was the healer, obviously.
The healer, yeah.
But the important thing is that you can also have 2 healers now. Doc and Thunderbird, I've found, are 2 of the most important characters to also pick on the same team sometimes.
Right.
Normally, if you're stuck in a location or you want to hold an angle, if you're roaming, Thunderbird can be so, so important, especially on this site, especially on red stairs, or coming up red, sorry, but also coming up garage as well, if you're trying to hold rafters in garage. If you're trying to hold that entry, Thunderbird can be brilliant. If you take some damage, you have to run back towards site. You can place the Thunderbird down. There you go. You've got some of your health back. Yeah. And already they're going through garage here.
They're going for that, and that's exactly the thing right now. And they're just going to try and get in here. The question really lies on, of course,
already broken the soft wall.
And the other thing is as well here is we're on infinite overtime.
Yes.
This isn't just any old overtime Siege where it's first ones to 8. Infinite overtime is on the cards.
I might take a trip down Subway if it goes that
Yeah,
long.
we might be here a little while. I mean, right now we're looking at this one and going, right, so for infinite overtime, for those of you who don't know, 2 rounds lead is going to be needed to take this one.
What an
so
angle.
if it's 7-7, the score to win then moves up to 9. If it's 10-10, it moves up to 12. You need a 2-round lead on your opponent to win. And right at it, one of these teams is going to be moving up to map point. Question of who it's going to be, though.
Very nice nade coming out. Very, very nice nade to kind of get that operator away from holding that angle. The Flores drone as well. Interesting to see what happens here.
Interesting indeed.
Again, very slow, very, very slow. Oh, one pick already for BDB.
They're going to find
and they're going to start this gunfight. The Blackbeard's already pushing up. What is Thunderbird going to do? They take the melee. Oh my goodness. And there you go. Thunderbird goes down. There's the importance of Blackbeard. And they're already in construction. Flores already taking out another drone. Mira's got to be careful here. She doesn't want to get caught in bathroom. Rotates back to Jim. And the Flores drone doesn't see Mira.
Oh, that's a problem. That could be a huge, huge issue.
That mirror window is broken though. So that is crucial. They have no lines of sight at the moment. Flores again droning in. They know they're in Jim now. That information will be carried over. Blackbeard holding the angle, but one does get taken down. Geronimo now in a 4v1 situation.
Oh, BDB pick up where they left off a little bit. Finally get themselves back, and I think that's a bit of fire they needed there. It's not, I think, as electric as we've seen from them before, but it is certainly looking a lot better than it was just a couple of seconds ago. And right now, I couldn't really separate these two, if I'm being honest with you, Rob. I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm going, regardless of however this one goes all the way, it says overtime match point.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm watching this and I can't keep up with some of the decisions that the players are making. They're moving so fast. That grenade into that opposite construction. What is that with the hatch?
Logi hatch.
Logi hatch, thank you.
Next construction.
Yep, that grenade into Logi hatch.
Defenders protect
Getting
your
that
bombs from
operator, getting that
by
defender
attackers.
away from holding that angle, and then the Flores drone as well. So important to hold that angle. But it will be interesting to see what the setup is here. Same side again as previously. Actually, nope, this is different. This is Cash.
Attackers discovered the location of a bomb.
Playing Legion, Maestro, Azami, and Valkyrie. So Maestro and Valkyrie, very big recon operators. Maestro is so powerful on this site, as I've said before. One evil eye towards the window can give off a lot of good information.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
And here we go. Interesting picks coming out here from Geronimo, Hibana, Demos, Jackal, and Zero. Now Hibana's interesting. Very, very interesting. Because I remember when her gun had a lot less recoil than it currently does. But, and as we all know, the recoil pattern now is hold down and to the right, which sometimes scares me.
It does just a little bit, doesn't it? It could be a bit of a scary one there.
It does, yeah. And Demos already has that pick, has that scan, sorry, onto Maestro. But I'm fairly sure that won't have any effect since he is in sight.
Yeah, he's going to use those death marks, right? Try and make some pressure with them, try and adjust something onto the breach. Will be successful, will be nice and opened up here. Inside of Geronimo, it's a decent start to their attack here, but this is the other difficulty with an overtime, right? You're constantly swapping sides, and that consistency that Geronimo have been finding, I think they're going to struggle to hold it when these sides are so constantly flipping over each other.
And Alfie's already given away his location with that goon mine, and he hasn't spotted the Valcam. Oh, but he takes down the Valkyrie. The Valcam is still up there, though.
Yeah.
Has he spotted it? No, he hasn't, but that is a really important pick on the Valkyrie.
There
in cash room.
On the middle bit.
Yep, yep. Look up, Alfie, look up.
Yeah, does he see it? I don't think he is going to.
They're still looking there. They're going to have so much information now with two players there. Hibana's holding that angle.
And that's the other thing as well, right? With that Valkyrie camera up, the intel's going to be fed on through.
Absolutely.
Right? This makes pushing in there for BDB so Geronimo so difficult. And as well, with Elliot being dead, he can just constantly ping. He doesn't have to worry about anything else now. He can just feed.
The observation blocker as well on red.
Yeah. They're not going to know about Corey.
They're not going to know about that.
BDB looks so... They might be in a man disadvantage, but they look so good from a utility standpoint right now. But Oliver coming in to backstab them right now. It's got to be a massive pick from the star players of BDB. Take Clubhouse over the line. Connor's going to find one, makes it a second here. Reloading the LMG, has the ping on towards the third, but it really comes down to now whether Oliver can get anything else going. He's the star. He has the pressure on his shoulders right now. But backed away, and Nathan's going to go down. Triple for Connor in the round. Backdoor breaches. They're a 1 kill away from taking the first map pick. They have Diffuser under control, and the camera's still bloody up. They know it's coming. They know, and an ace for Connor to close out Clubhouse, and it's going to be the backdoor breachers to take themselves map number 1, 8-6. A difficult one at that, but it is certainly going to be an incredibly, incredibly strong showing from the side of BDB. And Geronimo, I don't think they're going to be too disheartened by that one.
No, I think they've done very, very well. But again, it's just, again, an experience, of course. The Valcam on construction, obviously. Well, I'm fairly sure that lost them the round.
Yeah.
Having that Valcam on construction was the one source of intel that BDB needed to take the round.
Someone's going to be watching the replay of that one. I don't know who it is, but someone's going to be watching the replay of that one, and they are going to be so annoyed that no one spotted that one. Because as you said it, that Valkyrie camera single-handedly won BDB that entire map there and denied any more rounds of overtime, because the longer it goes, the more time Geronimo have to learn, and I think that's going to become a time thing now for them, right?
Absolutely.
And speaking of time, I think it's about time we head to a break, because that was an incredibly long map 1 there, folks. But don't worry, because it's a best of 5. That's only the first of what could be 4 more to come. Lair, the map pick of Backdoor Breachers, is going to be coming your way in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's have a little break. folks, and welcome to the Showdown Series January Clash. Connor, he's going to remain. He's going to be patient. He wants to swing it, but he's got to wait for the perfect moment to do so, and he's found it! With that, Eric, he's going to almost find another. Corey's going to drop, but so is Connor. Now it's just a 1 versus 1. Eric versus Ronnie to keep the game going, but it's going to be Eric going nuclear so far. A double in the round, and if we know, Dave, you can make with good leadership, you can make an average player into a great player. But who needs greatness and does that? And he's actually going to get the pick with the grenade and get the pick onto Corey. Eric, excuse me, what's this man had for dinner tonight? Split coming in. The first will fall, but it's one behind. Alfie keeping Sam in place with the bear in. G3 Esports playing this post-plant masterfully. Sam, he's got 12 seconds to get this one done. Going to do the one last stim, but I've got a feeling he's just going to be searching for exit eliminations at this point. Alfie's going to do some more damage. Sam's going to be spraying. He's going to get the hip fire onto Alfie, but time is against him. He gets Connor. He does get the 1 versus 3, but unfortunately, the time is against him.
He's in a bit of an uncomfortable position here. There's no way of him getting through that unreinforced wall without making a ton of noise, I think.
Yeah, he might be able to get wallbang here. This is genius!
Oh my god, wow.
Connor! Yellow pings as well. Connor knows where. He's able to get it!
Oh my god.
The 1 versus 3!
What a clutch. The weapon control that he had there to get that headshot through the wall. Absolutely on point.
He's slowly creeping towards Cigar, looking to catch a player off guard. He's going to do a lot of damage towards Ronnie, but not able to find the kill. And now here comes the time. Alfie's going to get 1. Connor going to get the other. But it's just a 1 versus 1. Yet again, a repeat of the final round. Can Alfie do what he couldn't do in round 1 kit? No choice but to stick it. And he's going to get the pick. Spotify Rebellion.
Do you remember when you walked away? When all of our embers became ashes of grey? But I've been going tired again and time again. I hope that you will see my heart too. But you don't remember me like I remember you. Like I remember you. I've been searching for the right time, but there's never a right time, only a wrong time. And I wish I could just be honest. I don't wanna say goodbye. And if I can't fix this, I hope you believe that I tried. Do you remember when you said you'd stay? left us feeling okay. Like I remember you. I've been searching for the right time, but there's never a right time, only a wrong time. And I wish I could just be honest. I don't wanna say goodbye. If I can't fix this, I hope you believe that I tried. I've been searching for the right time, but there's never a right time, only a wrong time. And I wish I could just be honest. I don't wanna say goodbye, missing you for a long time. Ooh, you wanna come and get me, kick me down and make me hurt myself. Oh no, you will never forget me. I'm imprinted on your heart, I swear. At times you make me angry, but I know that it could always be worse, be worse, be worse. Baby, baby, now I'm trying to forget you. Baby, I know everything that was about you. No, I'm joking, I'm looking for the bathroom. Round and around, yeah, round and around we go. Picture perfect, but so many flaws that stopped you. I don't wanna ever see you in the same room. I open up and then you hit on all my issues. Round and around we go, we go. Didn't think you would ever believe in me. Now I see your colors, now they're in my dreams. Do I need a doctor? Do I just need sleep? 'Cause I've been up for almost 3 weeks. Ooh, you think you got to me? All you did was use me. Round and round we go, we go. Baby, baby, now I'm trying to forget you. Baby, I know everything that was about you. No, I'm joking, I'm looking for the bathroom. Round and around, yeah, round and around we go. Picture perfect, but so many flaws that stopped you. I don't wanna ever see you in the same room. I open up and then you hit on all my issues. Round and around we go, we go. Baby, baby, now I'm trying to forget you. Baby, I know everything that was about you.
Fuse. Thermite.
That's a C4.
As my friend would say, time to ring some ears.
Sophia. Ying?
Then, remember, it's not over until I blow up the place. And even then.
Ibana.
stay clear of ADS line of fire.
It's ADS. Deimos. It's just ADS like a million times. So I think it's going to be defender. It's man. ADS that deploys something. What? It said stay out of ADS line of fire. I don't actually have a Jaeger. Oh, yes.
Tell me everything.
Caviera.
Clubhouse. Oregon.
Theme park. Oh, I know that. Labs? Lair?
Outback.
Boss G.
The reload bit where it's like boom, boom. Cali.
Stamos' revolver. Am I right? I can't hear you. All I can hear is gun. Oh, Sam's broken the camera.
fade to black as they move from the light. Am I even real? Even real? Everywhere I look, I'm starting to feel time is eating me alive, me alive. Drowning in my life. Who am I?
And welcome back to Map 2 of the Showdown Series Invitational, ladies and gentlemen. Map 1, it was a little bit of a barn burner, wasn't it, Rob?
Oh, absolutely. I loved it. I thought that was absolutely awesome because we didn't think it was going to be close, but the fact that it was that close was honestly really, really awesome.
Thrilling map of Siege, 8-6 eventually goes over the line. BDB take themselves the lead, 1-0 up in the series. Of course, this is a best of 5 we are talking about here, so we still have plenty more maps to play. And of course, next map coming up is going to be a bit of a new, going to be a bit of an unknown for many of these players. That is, of course, going to be the lair of Mr. Deimos himself here, set in an unknown location somewhere in the world. But one thing that is certain is it's very military, it's very scary, it can be a bit difficult to learn at first, and a lot of these players, they don't play the game a lot. How do you think going into a bit of a new battlefield is going to be feeling for them?
Well, me personally, I'm usually shit scared. I always, I'm scared trying to find the stairs. I always have a go at my teammates whenever I can't find the stairs, as if I'm an elderly man trying to go up a stair lift. But in any which case, Lair is quite an impressive map, actually. It's not one of the most popular, I've heard, but it does look very enticing. Look at that lighting.
Oh, it looks good indeed. And one of the things as well is obviously I do cast a little bit more Siege, and even within the sort of casting lot, it's about 50-50. Some people love it. I'm in the camp of I love Lair. I think it's a really fun map, and I think teams that haven't been learning it, they're going to be left behind. So do Geronimo have enough in their tank to get Lair over the line and start to fight back in this series, or is it going to be the side of the backdoor breachers moving themselves up to a 2-0 series point? Well, I suppose that question's going to lie in whether this game goes. So Lair, let's get ourselves into map number 2. BDB, as we said, 1-0 up on the scoreboard there, but can they keep it going? As always, the operator bands up first.
I always get PTSD seeing that that map load up, but already we're having banning. It's going to be very, very interesting to see who they ban first of all. If it was me, probably Glaz again, just to throw off
It did so much wonders.
Absolutely.
I think the thing is here for Geronimo is they're going to be playing on the map. Oh, maybe not.
Oh,
okay.
Fenrir.
Fenrir and a Thatcher ban. Okay, BDB.
Perhaps they don't like to smoke.
You know what? I like the idea from BDB. I think they're going to make it so Geronimo are struggling to get walls open, funnel their entryways through, because they're not going to know this map confidently.
Army.
And that's it. BDB,
yep.
Thatcher, Thermite ban.
Yes.
Walls are going to be very difficult to get opened with now.
Yes.
Any bandit tricking, Kaid tricking, that's still all on the table for the defense. Meanwhile, for the attacking side, it's going to be difficult to get in there, and that's the game plan right now for BDB. They've got a Kaid, they've got a Mirror, they've got a Tubarão as well. Walls are going to be under lockdown here. They want to restrict Geronimo their ways into this map. They don't want to let them in anything. More importantly than not, it's going to have forced Geronimo on a map where they're probably going to be relying on comfort picks. It's going to make them uncomfortable.
Well, also that, but
Attackers
notice Azami's banned. Very, very big operator to ban. She is so important for blocking lines of sight, blocking off doorways. If you're in a gunfight, she's fantastic for blocking off that line of sight if you are losing health, if you feel like you need to get out of that line of sight. But also sight setup. Azami is brilliant at sight setup. In the right hands, in the right places, she can be a formidable operator. But already, Mirror being used a lot in this matchup.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Mirror, she's one of these powerful operators. I'm surprised we've not seen her banned yet, because BDB certainly can make her work. And Sam, we saw him actually with Menace. He was in the last map with that Vector, but as you say, Alfie on the Glaz, he's a menace of his own. Yeah,
well, I haven't seen Alfie play Glaz yet, but he has said to me that he's very, very good, so I'll have to see that for myself. But also the love for Jackal, and I'm very, very happy that people are playing Jackal. God, I used to play him a lot during when he first came out. I started playing White Noise actually.
White Noise, just after.
Yeah, White Noise, and then I think I stopped around Wind Bastion, so it was quite a while ago. But I've played recently.
Yeah,
caught up a little bit.
A little bit back on it.
Ooh.
I like this from Geronimo. It's a fast entry for them, but it's quite a quiet one. They found the wall here. They're not going to be able to open it. All they've got is the can openers, presumably in the pocket of Oliver, as well as with those 0 cans. It's going to constrict their entryways here, and it's going to make getting into sight quite difficult. And you can see BDB, they know what's coming. They're just going to hold the angles.
But that line of sight, though, from Alfie is why Glaz is so good. Opening up new lines of sight, opening those soft walls, really thinking about what they can see and how they can see it. Glaz, to me, is not usually an operator that you want to get into gunfights with. It's usually the element of surprise with him, especially throwing smokes. But notice how Alfie's not running the smokes.
Yeah, he's played
Grenades going out here. Maybe he's had some intel.
Footsteps as well off the back of that. He knows the player's moving. He knows there is someone playing for this position. And if Elliot overextends just a little bit there, he could be taking the head clean off of him. Does exactly that. One bullet is all he need. I mean, we spoke about Glaz being this little bit of a boogeyman operator for Alfie. And, well, he's certainly living up to the legacy right now.
I stand corrected.
1 bullet, 1 kill. And Geronimo off to a good start.
I stand very much corrected. Another one goes down there from Alfie.
Uh-oh.
Are we going to get a team ace? Oh.
Here it comes, and BDB making a response. Well, Sam's going to make his way in, takes down Oliver there, and now left in a bit of a rock and a hard place. Score's going to come on through. Not quite going to make the connection there, but BDB
Jackal's got to use his
they've got them
gadget.
sandwiched, but they have no idea. Now a 2 versus 2, but Alfie with the SMG in pocket finds his third for the round. Sam has to try and clutch this one up, but Alfie's going swinging for it. Takes a lot of damage. Low HP right now, but just going to force the diffuser down. Can Costin hold the cover? That is the question. He fakes it, and he gets punished for it. Now 1 versus 1 here. Can Sam clutch up? Yes, he can. Picks up right where he left off on Clubhouse. BDB start off strong.
Yeah, I think Geronimo really had that round. It's just not getting the shots off. Alfie just had to play patient there. Had to let the defender come to him. Not entirely sure why he decided to pick that, but Jackal also not using that gadget. Overconfidence, maybe. Yeah, but again, like I've said, Jackal not using the gadget. You have to use that gadget with Jackal, otherwise he's just an operator with a pretty gun.
Yeah, that's it. You have to make sure you're using this utility, and I think the issue as well there was for Geronimo is BDB it played the plan. Right now, Geronimo are so limited in their ways into these objectives. They don't have a lot of options available to them, and you saw the punishment for it there. They all funneled in through one doorway, and the players of BDB just encapsulated them from either side, and Geronimo couldn't really do anything about that. Really, it's difficult for them. And meanwhile, BDB, they've obviously practiced on this map. Being their first map pick, this is presumably where they're going to be at their strongest for the entire day. And right now, they are certainly showing that with round number 1. Sure, it was almost that ace clutch up from Sam there, the 1 versus 3 to pull it back. It was needed, but fundamentally, the ideas in that round were very good.
To locate a bomb
also,
and defuse
not
it.
to mention, the first part of that round from Geronimo was very, very good. But when it fell apart was the push. They're not pushing together. They're not utilizing Jackal. Yes.
Where have I heard the push being a problem before?
Map. We've heard this in the last map. They have to get that push sorted. Use Jackal. Jackal is brilliant for holding those defenders when you push in. 0 can be used for reconnaissance. Use 0 for reconnaissance when you're about to make a push. Hibana, use those breaching charges not only to breach the wall but to mask sound. If you're trying to rush, open that wall. Get that wall open. Alfie knows this. He should know this. And a very interesting approach here.
Yeah.
No drones.
That's it. That's the issue from Geronimo right now. They are doing some very light drone work, but it does feel like we're back to basics a little bit. It feels like, I mean, you just said it right. We're back on Clubhouse all over again.
Absolutely.
Alfie's taking a bit of damage off the back of one of those cap can traps there, and he's now going to have to be double checking these doorways and
you can tell he's frustrated. You can tell he's frustrated with that.
He's had to pause there.
I feel like he's a little frustrated from not getting that round off, but also it's just too disjointed. He sees that mirror head.
He sees the 10 of 2. The question is, can he take the gunfights? He's going to be swinging for them here.
Yes, he can. And
he gets a second. Alfie coming up huge.
One goes down though. There's diffuser.
There's the trade backwards coming in from BDB here, reducing it down to a 2-on-3 situation right now. Connor, Corey, all that left standing. Look at the HP on Alfie as well. Diffuser's in no man's land. Connor is in a prime position right now to play devil's advocate in this round. Have Corey supporting from the other angle, and this one could still go the way of the defense.
Have to take that communication to Jackal. Use that gadget again. Not using the gadget. Can he take this gunfight? Shots go out. He's gone prone, but he does get the pick. Now, how important will that be? It's a 1v1 situation. Again.
Use your gadget. use your gadget.
Oh!
Why? Okay then. Sure thing. Why the
Never
hell
mind,
not?
he doesn't need the gadget. I think the fez almost fell off there.
Yeah,
My goodness.
I could see it.
And a sip of coffee.
Yeah.
There we go. Lovely.
Nathan on the right there, the player that just clutched that one up. Relief on his face,
Yes.
right? I think he knew that one was a bit washed. He probably shouldn't have gotten away with it, but he did.
Do you think we need to go in the room and write on a piece of paper and just stick it on his forehead, use your bloody gadget?
Yes.
I think that's the most important thing that we need to take away from this. Alfie needs to be communicating that
Attackers
as
need to
well.
locate and defuse as many
Oh.
bombs as they can.
Travi, this is great. I'm very much enjoying this.
Back and forth already, and attacking
Barbed wire,
rounds
yep.
on Lair for the side of Geronimo. What the fuck is going on right now? This BDB, yet again, we're so confident on this map. The thing is, they know they're going up against a team of mostly inexperienced players. 3 of the 4 players on this team don't play frequently, and especially the ones that have played frequently in the past, they're not familiar with the newer content, such as Lair.
And it's interesting, sorry, and
Attackers have
it's very,
discovered
very
the
interesting
location of a
actually.
bomb.
I completely
10 seconds
forgot that
remaining.
Aruni can actually punch walls and open up
5
lines of
seconds to
sight.
go.
I completely forgot about that. That's actually really
Attackers'
awesome.
objective is
It's that
to defuse the
versatility.
bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. But what's also kind of a miss here was that they could have done that to watch the stairs. They could have reinforced that right side and had that peek hole on the left to cover off the right side of the body when they're leaning on the left so they can watch those stairs. That could also be a way of entry. But again, it's all down to Jackal here if he uses that fucking gadget.
I mean, with the way Alfie's popping off so far, I'm not really sure if he needs to, right?
No.
5 and 2 so
But
far.
it's interesting. Does Glaz have smokes?
He does, but the frag grenades, I mean, with the way Alfie plays it, because the thing is, Alfie uses the Glaz, I think, in a way of highlighting people, visibility, right?
Yeah, it's that
And
hole there that I was talking
yeah.
about. Sorry to
Okay.
go back to it, but that hole right there, again, that could have been very, 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 very useful for lines of sight. The good thing about reinforcements is that they last
Sam on
forever.
Cav. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, we've said so many times now, use the Jackal ability. And if they don't use it in this round, Sam is going to punish
Alfie's got to know that that gadget is not being used.
Yeah.
And Cav is going to hear him.
They're going to be right next to each other.
Stimp
and
stomp.
All Sam needs to do is play it close, play it quietly. He's just going to slip in now. Gets himself right into the thick of things here. Sneaking through, silent step ability, checking every possible way. He knows where the approach of Geronimo is coming from.
Great game sense.
But can he move quick enough to capitalise on it? Going to hide, and this is the key. He knows there's a Jackal on the board.
Yes.
So he's waiting for that ability to recharge, because when it's active, it's not making footprints. So
Still
even
got 5 though.
and that's
Still
it.
has
But
not
the thing
used
is,
it.
Even if Nathan were using it, Sam's ability directly counters it. The perfect operator right now, and I don't think Geronimo have any idea of what's about to hit them.
This is what I was about to touch on though, the importance of barbed wire. That change
Interrogation.
from when... Oh,
Interrogation.
Interrogation.
Interrogation yet again from the other side
as
this
Godly
time.
Nude would say, interrogation!
And now, 3v4, Sam comes out swinging, Sam comes up huge! 3 quick kills just like that, and Geronimo reduced to ashes. Ollie on the top floor playing the vertical with the hard breach charges. Not ideal, and surely not long for this world either. Connor closed it out, and the backdoor breachers, they get another round
That
in their
Jackal
pocket.
is not working. That Jackal is not working at all. They do have a pretty gun, but it's not going to be useful enough if you don't use the fucking gadget.
Are we going to see a Cav ban or a Jackal ban or both?
I would think both, yes.
I think with the impact they've had, we've surely got to see both from this one, right?
Well, I don't think there's been much of an impact because we haven't seen the gadget being used, have we?
Yeah, true, but he's always lurking, and I think that's the thing. BDB.
Glaz and Cav.
You know what? That's fair enough. Scared
Yeah.
of the Glaz. Fear or respect? That is the question, and I think it's fear.
But this is good though because we get to see how Alfie can play again as a different operator. Shows his what's the word, Travi, that I'm looking for?
Flexibility.
Flexibility.
And it's a deep
Yes.
strategy pool, isn't it?
Yes.
You can't be a one-trick king. You
Blitz.
Attackers need
Blitz
to
coming out.
locate and defuse
Uh-oh.
bombs.
We have a blitz.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Shield
And a
turn.
fuse. Now we're going to get double shield.
Good move. Get double shield. And as well, something I want to talk about. I think we can see right now on the side of Geronimo who's got the experience on this map. Across this whole lobby, you can see who plays.
Oh, yeah,
Connor
absolutely.
plays regularly. Corey plays somewhat regularly. Sam plays pretty often, and Alfie plays quite a bit as well. The other 5 in the lobby, not as much, and I think it is.
I think it's great that you can tell when a player has they've played the game, so
Yeah.
they know exactly, you know, where to be, what to do.
5 seconds
But it's
remaining.
interesting to see how they make their own strategies.
Attackers are heading
But the
out
strategies
to
are
defuse
just
a
one
bomb.
half of Siege. See,
That's it.
this is the misconception. A lot of people think that Siege is about kills. It's not about kills, it's playing the objective and how you play it. When you're on attack, you don't go for kills. Your objective is, funnily enough, the objective. But that's why in low ranks, you see people gunning for kills. That's why they all flock in a, say, 1v5 situation. They all flock to that one player. And 9 times out of 10, that 5v1 will end up with that one person clutching the round with the team all rushing that one player. And here we see Alfie on the Blitz. Oh, Blitz scares me. Formidable operator. But a very slow ADS speed as, again, there is barbed wire on the floor. Now, what I was going to touch on last round, barbed wire, that change to barbed wire, I don't know how long ago that was. It was a bit of a scare to me when I got back to Siege to see that barbed wire now makes you take damage. But a great smoke off here. Alfie is in sight. Now this is really, really important. Where is his team though? They need to be with him.
Yeah, that's it. He wants to get the plant down now. That's the key intention and idea
Far
here
too
from
slow.
Geronimo. But do they going to do anything with this space? No, they're actually going to back off away from the objective. Question is, will they commit? They now see the players starting to progress towards it, but it might be too little too late. Never mind.
Good read,
Alfie
refrag.
takes down there. Good trades from the teams here. 3 versus 3. Alfie
Does he
looking to
know?
take more ground. C4 goes out, but not going to find its mark. Geronimo have fallen at the wayside here. Alfie has to come up huge. Can he do so? Does a bit of damage towards Connor. Going to retreat back and a bit of a stalemate in the middle of the objective. Now, do you force the plant or do you try
C4?
and C4? Oh, apparently dodges it
very
just
good.
about here. Alfie needs to get a kill here. Oliver needs to support him, and that's what they're going to do. Trade the diffuser around,
good, good.
trying to force the plant. Perfect team play right now from Geronimo.
And a good flash
All
from
Alfie
Blitz.
needs to do is stay alive, and they can force this diffuser down. They're going to just do exactly
He has to hold that.
No, a flank.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
but he's playing close. He's playing close. Oh,
Connor.
Alfie had the right idea there. Tough one.
Tough
That's
one.
a tough one to lose. Alfie had exactly the right idea there. With Blitz, you have that ability to be aggressive. You have that shield. Bloody use it. Protect your nipples or whatever, but just protect yourself. When you see an operator, your first instinct is, of course, to shoot at it, but you have a shield.
I loved that from Geronimo. I have to give it to them. Direct into the
Attackers
objective,
need to
and then once
locate
you're
and
actually
defuse
inside of
bomb.
sight, Alfie, I don't think he is right to have the diffuser in that initial
No.
situation, but
Absolutely.
I like the juggling, and I like he's obviously making calls through, because Ollie does not have that level of experience as a player to have the initiative to make that decision on his own. It's evident that Alfie is shot calling within this team, and it is helping in certain situations,
Yes.
and I think there it was a lack of flank watch. One more player from Geronimo alive to watch your rear end. And
Claymores.
Claymore, Nomad, whatever it is, anything for Geronimo to rely on that flank, I think it would have gone the other way.
I believe an operator actually had Claymores that round, but that were not being used. I will have to make sure on that. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But any sort of anti-flank technicality that you have must be used in that
Attackers' objective is to
situation.
locate a
If you're
bomb
being
and
flanked,
defuse it.
it's always a lesson to learn. Every death in Siege, there is always something to learn. But here, Geronimo have exactly the right idea. It's just their execution that is wrong. They are far too slow to get into sight. Alfie was in sight. It took way too long for that support to come through. They need to be much, much faster with that. But also this caution doesn't need to be taken here.
Does it indeed? Do you need to take a little bit of caution? Do you need to think about it? Because right now, Geronimo, you can see they're thinking about how exactly to attack this one.
Actually,
here.
you may need to.
And they need to be careful because the confidence from BDB is coming in. Sam is on the boss G. That weapon there, you can see it at the bottom of the screen, 2 shots in the magazine. Double barrel shotgun loaded with slug rounds. Hits like a truck, acts a bit like a sniper, the ultimate definition of a skill cannon in this game, and devastating impact in the hands. The question is, are Sam's hands the correct one? Well, we'll have to find out. Geronimo now going to start to make their entrance through the top floor.
Alfie has to communicate. I don't know how many times we are going to say it, Travi, but that Jackal scan needs to happen.
But does he have the ability on? That is my real question. Does
Maybe.
he? I don't think he actually has it activated, no.
No. Hey! There we
I
go.
think he is looking for them.
He is
right?
looking for them. Excellent. At least we've
And
seen that.
BDB haven't been playing a massive roam game until
God, look at
now.
that boss G. It's beautiful.
I know, on the gold-plated vigil as well.
Absolutely, yes. God, I remember when I got black eyes for it, actually.
Yeah, right. What do we reckon, folks in here? Is Sam going to get a kill on the Boss G? Hands up if yes. 1, 2. Right, we will see what happens.
Very positive reaction there.
Very positive reaction. Well, they might be a bit more positive when they learn I've got Freddos.
Ooh, can I
and they're going to be flying at you. You can have a Freddo.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
One goes down already. Never mind the Freddos. Drop the Freddos. Oh, and a Pokemon goes out. Was it Charizard? I hope it was Charizard. We love Charizard.
Whoever it was, Sam's going to be happy with that one. 9-1. And the key thing is that discipline. He has now done his job.
Look how close Alfie was there, though.
Yeah. But Sam's done his job now.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
He could just go back to site, play the man advantage. Geronimo, they have lost another player, and yet again, it's Ollie who could be on that flank watch operator.
Oh, yeah.
Alfie's going to go down on Aurora, and I'd
love to see the overview of this. I'd love to see how this plays out. Yes.
Oh. And it's just costing now.
Yeah.
Sam getting another, and this round, this one's done, I think. BDB should be quite comfortable to take this one.
I think this is a very difficult map for Geronimo. I think it's a very difficult map for any Siege player, whether you're a veteran or not. This room actually reminds me a lot of I think it was maybe Consulate or Border. I believe it's Border. Big room, lots of desks.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to run that by you. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, admin on Consulate.
Yes, that's the one.
Admin on Consulate.
Yeah.
Top floor. Is it bad that I know that perhaps a little bit sad?
A little bit. No, yeah. Well, it's your job, isn't it? So, you know.
I don't get paid.
you get paid in moral support. We can't call it a
job. I get paid and get into splash out for lands such as these. And BDB, they will be happy with that one. 4-1 lead right now, and things are starting to look good in their camp. And I think for Geronimo here, one attacking round. You know what? I'm going to say it was better than expected from them.
Yes.
But the second one would certainly have them comfortable going into their defense.
I think what they need to do is group up here. Definitely group up. Take some time. Take a breath. Definitely take it a lot slower than they're currently doing. Deimos has come out. Jackal, 0 IQ again. Same names apart from Deimos. One change.
Defenders, protect
and
your
it's going to be
bombs
interesting to see what
attackers.
happens here. At least Jackal is using his gadget, ladies and gentlemen. We have Jackal using his gadget. Excellent. Maestro, Legion, Doc, and Sentry. With that plasma pink skin. That was the first skin that I got in Siege. I believe it's actually a Uplay redeem. I can't remember that. Is it not? No, it's not a Uplay redeem. I'm stupid. It's from an alpha pack. Yeah. And the first one I got was one of the worst legendaries. Well, depending on how you look at it. But here we go. Round number 6. Score is currently 4-1.
5 seconds to go.
Lair is such a difficult map. I think in my time of playing Siege, I've only played it 4 times. And in every time, I've gotten progressively worse, whether it dying from a Capcan trap or something much more embarrassing. Probably my own grenade. Either or. But here we are, Alfie on Deimos. That'll be very interesting to see how they do. They're all going in the same window. And of course, with the game sense that BDB has, they will hear that. Maestro sitting on the cams, watching on Overwatch as Alfie pushes up. What a fast push here coming out from Geronimo. They've spotted that reinforced cam. And then goes out and destroys it. Great awareness there from Alfie. But Jackal pushing up behind. And again, Jackal not using his gadget. I feel like that's going to be my quote from this entire Invitational. IQ watching site. They have that information. And a gunfight starts, takes some damage there off the IQ. And they know that the Evil Eye is there, but IQ is... Oh, and IQ goes down to the dock. And that is a massive operator to lose. Sorry, not IQ. 0. My bad. Still a massive operator to lose. So part of the reconnaissance has gone from Geronimo. And there goes Jackal. A good flank there from the dock. He's going to stim himself up and might re-engage here. Oh, that is a nice headgear. I want that headgear. Alfie holding that angle. Doc's trying to engage in that gunfight and takes Alfie down. Is this going to be an ace? Well, a 4K, but we'll still call it an ace. Shots coming out here from IQ, getting attacked on 2 different angles. Just has to take the one gunfight at the time. Now this is the part where it gets a little exciting. Doc's still holding that angle and takes down the IQ. Another round. Travi getting excited there. Oh, and he forgets the high five and leaves him hanging. Oh dear, Travi's not going to be very happy about that. 14-0, my goodness. Wowee. Oh, it feels like one of my lobbies where I'm getting stomped. But all in all, a fantastic match so far. What a great first map we had. This one was obviously going to be very, very difficult for Geronimo. A lot of new players on there. But let's see who we ban now. We have Cav and Flores banned. Very interesting. Kavira does scare me. She's a very scary operator. Caused me to have nightmares 2 weeks ago. See, they ban next. Kaid and Montaigne, or Cade, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But Monty, ooh, that's a very big ban. Taking away that push to sight. But Doc and Rook coming out, GIGN. Fantastic special operations unit. Especially in this game. Especially with ACOG. Don't underestimate the power of ACOG. God. Jaeger ACOG was so good back in the day, especially with Bandit as well. But we don't miss Ash's small head hitbox. That was very annoying. But Rook armor goes down, and it'll be interesting to see how they play up the site. Obviously, we are going to have a rotation hole between A and B. Yep, there we go. There it goes out with the Pokemon shell. That's obviously not the correct name for it.
10 seconds remaining.
You know, us in the Siege community, sometimes we say Pokemon. Because it is
5
shaped
seconds
like a
left
Pokeball.
before insertion.
And on the attackers,
Attackers are moving out
Ace,
to locate a bomb
Thermite,
and defuse it.
Blackbeard, and Thatcher. Thatcher Thermite.
Gonna embarrass you in front of the team, Thatcher.
Ooh, some voice lines coming out. I actually haven't heard that before. Some little interactions between the two. That's interesting. Some lore there for the Game Theory channel, if they ever do that. No, that's just a theory. God, that shows my childhood. Goodness gracious me. Anyways, back to Rainbow Six. And Blackbeard already pushing in. And Rook will definitely hear that. He's close enough to hear the audio cue. Now again, earlier on, a couple of rounds ago, we were talking about sound cue. Sound is so important in Rainbow Six Siege. Every rip of a C4, every explosion, just like that one there, can give you information. Some drones going out. And Blackbeard taking it very cautiously in here, obviously giving some information, and he's already seen the Rook and the Valkyrie holding that. Sorry, not the Valkyrie. Thought I heard the MPX there for a second. I got very confused. Mira pushing up with the C4. It does get destroyed, so no damage taken there. And a gunfight does ensue. Mira takes a lot of damage. Has to back up. And it all comes down for a short while. Shot still going out. Blackbeard giving off valuable information. He is so scary, Blackbeard. But again, a bit of a stalemate coming out here. Mira gets picked up. I didn't even realize that she was downed. My goodness. But back up to 25 HP, I believe. 10 HP, actually, I believe. I think it's changed a lot since since I last played. But smoke goes down here from BDB. Oh, and there goes the Blackbeard. That is a massive pick there, but they do get Diffuser down. I didn't realize they were planting. I didn't hear the audio cue. Dog Stim goes down. Very, very important. And another pick there from BDB. Now, BDB have the advantage here. They're all playing that doorway. All they have to do is hear the sound cue. But there is a blind spot to the right of that door. All Geronimo have to do is hold that door. All they have to do is hold that angle. They are defusing right now. Why did he get off it? Oh, Geronimo. Oh, Geronimo, you should have held that. Again, hesitation. Whether it was hearing those footsteps, we don't know, but definitely should have held the plant. They had the angle to hold. Oh, they'll be gutted with that. But 6-1 match point for BDB. Nothing to take away from them. They have been very, very good this
Defenders,
map.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
But we shall have to wait and see what happens in this round. Again, it's not over until the round ends on match point.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And again, the same sort of setup here, just with the change of Aruni. Rook, Doc, Aruni, and Mute. Again, that creature coming up from Mute, so important. And we welcome back Travi. Travi, how was it?
It was interesting, actually,
Yeah.
in there. For those of you on the stream, you probably saw me in there after round number.
Yeah, giving everybody a high
giving
five.
everybody, getting every high five. Spent a round behind each of the teams, really, just to see what the comms and the feels like. On the side of BDB, it's great. Everyone's talking, everyone's communicating. Yes. The key shot callers, Connor and Sam, are making those calls, and Sam's feeling himself. One of the calls he made to the rest of the team was, "Guys, let me get this ace."
Yes.
And he did. He went and got that ace. He swung onto that player with the dock and shut him down, got the ace. The team is electric. The atmosphere is great in there right now. On the side of Geronimo, I do have some concerns.
Oh dear.
Communication is a bit of a problem.
Oh dear.
People are making calls. There was a flank in the previous round where, the attacking round rather, where I heard the call given out that there was a flank.
Yep.
The rest of the team didn't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
People are making rotations with C4s when there are C4 secondary shotguns in back pocket. Communication is a little lacking on Geronimo right now. I think they are feeling a little bit lost on.
What really annoyed me during that round though was that the fact, why did you get off that diffuser?
Ollie could have stuck it.
Yeah, absolutely. Why did you get off the diffuser? Whether it was hesitation?
They are nervous.
Absolutely. Maybe a bit of nerves, maybe footsteps. Oh, and a gunfight coming out here, and already a pick for Geronimo, but an instant refrag there from BDB. And already it's starting off. It's going crazy already, Travi.
Yeah, this could be it. I mean, BDB, they're feeling so confident
and
right now.
And another pick.
And they've got a reason to. Sam, he's 15-2 for Pete's sake. Absolutely carrying the whole team on his back right now. Connor not too far behind at 10-2. We've only played 7 rounds, and they're already in double digits. And what's a 4 versus 4?
Wow.
BDB looking immaculate on Lair right now and are almost there to taking themselves a second map victory. All they need to do is shut down these final 2 players of Geronimo. The question is, can they hold on?
Last round moved so fast, I didn't realize Mira got downed. I didn't even realize half of what was going on. But this one's a little bit slower now. The pace has slowed down a little bit. Fuse is upstairs playing vertical, probably going to fuse the top. If they are, I'm fairly sure that some of the top of the rooms are wooden. Knowing Siege, they probably are. Yes, they are. Thank you very much. They are. Thank you very much for showing that. Shows my knowledge of Lair.
Lair is an interesting map, but we're back in the basement here. Geronimo doubling down on it, really seeing if they can do this one. But look at this, Connor's got to be careful. He knows he walks in there. Bit premature, bit early, that's an issue.
He probably knows he's holding that left side. Good game sense.
Yeah, they know what's coming for them. I think the question now for BDB comes on how do they deal with it.
One's going
oh no, they're going to overswing. Why are we overswinging here, Geronimo? Because BDB, they're going to find an opportunity, and unless Wally can make some magic happen. Hello, he finds 2. Is he aware of Sam behind? No, but he's not looking, he's not paying attention. Sam just needs to swing, and Ollie absolutely clueless, and the backdoor breaches. 2-0 up now in the series. 7 rounds away from claiming that trophy, standing in front of us right now. And BDB, after what was a very hard-fought map 1, they're feeling themselves, they're feeling confident, and they are going to be happy with that result.
But you have to ask that question, where was the communication when Fuse went down? There should have been a communication on that rotation hole where Fuse went down. There is a little bit of hole in that communication. Maybe that might take effect in map 3.
And this is the thing. I think right now, for Geronimo's sake, right now, it's Lair, I think, was a lost cause from the get-go, if I'm going to be honest with you. It was a map that most of these players were not comfortable on. It was a map that most of them didn't know, and the result of that was an issue of a situation where Geronimo have 0 idea what they're walking into, and I think starting on the attack there as well, that was a bad idea, I think, because they're trying to attack a map. They don't really know where to go. They don't really know how to attack it, and the result of that is what we saw. A 7-1 shutdown, shy away from what we saw in map number 1. So eyes now head towards our 3rd map of the day, Nighthaven Labs. And for Geronimo, what's got to change?
Well, first of all, droning. If you don't know the map, drones are so important because they can teach you the map. Well, obviously, game time will teach you the maps, but drones are so important. And again, a lack of droning from Geronimo there. A lot of things, a lot of faults that they are causing are things that they don't need to cause themselves. Again, lack of droning, lack of using abilities, things that need to be communicated. Again, like you said, there's a lack of communication that can really hurt a team's morale, and it can also hurt a team's round. Angles being held that don't need to be held, gunfights taken that don't need to be held, indecision. These are all things that you can learn from with every loss in Siege, but also I feel like the killer was not holding that diffuser. The diffuser was right next to the door, and this was a mistake by BDB, putting it right in a blind spot for them. The one thing that you never do in Siege is plant the diffuser where you can't see it. If you can't see the diffuser, you're playing right into the defense hands. I've seen it time and time again with teammates that when I'm playing with, or I've learned this the hard way, where I put the diffuser in a place where it just, you know, yeah, absolutely. And it puts you at a disadvantage, because then you're talking to your team, we can't see diffuser. How do we get to that angle? And Geronimo had such a golden opportunity there to just disable the diffuser, get the round. There was a dock holding the angle, just hold the rotation, hide to the right, peek left, make sure that they can only see the tip of your head and give off information. You don't need to take that gunfight. Just get that diffuser diffused.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So what I'm hearing is communication, make sure you know your maps, make sure you're using your utility, and have a bit of confidence in there. Can these 4 things change for Geronimo going into map number 3? Well, Nighthaven Labs will be with you all, folks, in just a little bit of a short break. But first and foremost, let's have a look at a little bit of an ad. So we'll be back with you guys in just a few for map number 3. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Showdown Series February Clash. We're here back on LAN finally. Things that may be a little bit spicy, and as we're going to head straight in towards round number 1 here, see how things are going to fare between these players. It's an early engagement. Sam getting an immediate pick, shutting down Connor. And well, the statements were made about how perhaps not too alive he was, and quickly Alfie is just shut down out of the lobby. Corey gets an aggressive entry, and a very, very quick round there, starting from the side of the Caseaholics. Molotov burning Sam out, stopping him, but it's not going to stop him getting the elimination, because Alfie's going to fall. Connor is able to confirm pick towards Corey, but both players left remaining now on low HP each, and it's Sam closes it out, and that's the first ace of the tournament. 1 in the pocket of Sam. That's the first Fredo 1 over.
Look at that door. Connor's going to be waiting there. Connor takes him out. Orp versus Orp here. Who's going to win it? Oni gets 1. Corey's just running around in the middle of the bumfuck nowhere. He gets taken out.
Oh, excellent job, Travis. Both pushing that thing. Travis is holding them back. Oh, and look at that. Take it on Sam. Oh, Corey's sweet him. Ah. Excellent job at the end from the CT, to be fair. No, this goes to them.
Well, folks, it's been a bit of an interesting game so far. We've seen blows back and forwards from both of these teams. However, now we find ourselves in our upper bracket grand final, no less. It's Caseaholics versus No Eco. They did well in the round robin stage, getting 6 and 2 points positively, respectively. As a result, they get 2 chances at making the grand final. But now Sam, he's in a little bit of a pinch situation. But the players of No Eco, they can't give him 1 versus 1s, but Sam's more than willing to take them. He takes Selfie, and now it's just 1 versus 1. Connor forced to make the move here. He's on the T side. He has to attack. Does he see the head? He does. All he has to do is stop and shoot it, and that's what he's going to do. Upper hand, at least for the minute, going the way of No Eco. Another long shot coming in from Alfie, juggling the players here. Finds Sam, and now it's just Corey left alone on an island. Opts to go for the flank, and he may be able to catch Connor off guard. Yes, he is able to do so, and now it's just a 1 versus 1. A straight shot for this round here. A close one, but it's Alfie to close it out. It's the wise call back. Not quite caught, looking the wrong way. Alfie should be good. Does see 1. Does take the M4 away. Nice little exit frag there. Gets it. No Eco will be more than happy to wait here. Bide the time. Wait through. As Alfie finds a pick on towards Corey. Finds a second one to Sam. An ace yet again. And No Eco. They're exploding back into this matchup. See the angle, but as the smoke clears through, sees the player with the auto sniper, guns him down, and now it's just Corey left standing. Get this one into overtime. He's not going to be able to do so. A quick ace for Connor and the side of No Eco. They are your first confirmed grand finalists here. throughout this entire tournament. So he's going to need to try and find a big opening for Alfie here. Introduction of the game. He's absolutely on fire. Yet again, it's all down to Sam. Tech 9 in hand. Caught out from behind. Shut down by Ollie. But Sam is going to be caught early with a flashbang in hand. Going to be going down to Alfie. Now it's all down left to Corey. In a 1 versus 2. Beautiful shot with a pistol. But unfortunately, Ollie's got the good angle on him. And he's got the kill as well. Rarely do these teams play with the pressure of elimination. Well, they find themselves on it now. But pressure, as we know, can make diamonds. Alfie storming through the map with the taser. And with the shotgun, finds both. Pressure of match point. The pressure of a grand final riding on his shoulders in the next 15 seconds. Here comes the swing. It gets punished. And there you have it, folks. The Caseaholics, a 9-5, pretty dominant victory. And they will be your second team in our grand final. What a match from them. What a performance from them. The first time ever. It is your first grand final. First grand finalist, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Corey. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The grand final of the Showdown Series February Clash. It's the first time these teams and players have met each other on Counter-Strike 2. And it will be the final matchup we see of our first LAN in a little while. Pele, the map pick of the side of no eco. But it's the other team starting strong. Corey gets the first pick of our grand final, shuts Alfie down, and Connor, Pele fan himself, left with it all to do, cannot find it. An ace for Corey, the underdog. And that one has to be a momentum boost there over for the side of Caseaholics. All the way you have to win all 3. It's a difficult ask of any team, but once found a piece, it's all down to Corey and Alfie. Alfie yet again with a shotgun, proving he's a menace with that thing as he shuts Caseaholics out of that round. No eco. They bite back. It feels like only a matter of time before one of these two players does see the other. Connor, though, working his way into a good position. Smoke masking each other. All Connor has to do is hide, but caught out by both. It is going to be the side of Caseaholics taking their opponent's map pick by brute force. 9-5. A good start from them. Nasri doesn't know where the players are. Sees one up, does get one. But missing the shots on the second time against him. He can't really do anything here. Got nothing he can do. Corey, all he has to do is run, hide, save that MP5. Alfie looking to do the same. They're going to have to chase him out. Likely going to be caught in the blast radius. Never mind, he's going to be caught out by Corey. And for the first time, that explosion goes off in the distance. It's one back for Caseaholics. Corey, what's the objective? Getting warmer. But are you going to be warm enough? You're going to see the mark. No, you're not. Connor clutches it up yet again. If there was any other team, perhaps a strong team like No Eco, they could have taken the round. Alfie, a little bit windy on the shotgun blasts. Does find what he wanted though, which is the elimination. Connor and Sam left in a 1 versus 1 of 2 tried and tested champions. But it's windy here over at round number 8. Both players brought down to a sliver of HP. One shot separates either from taking the round. One shot will separate them. They just possibly be able to do so. Sees the player, sees the barrel, but it's going to be Alfie to fall first. Connor now 1 versus 2. Captain almost inherited the captain role of this team. Sees one, isn't quite able to find it. Corey closes it out, and Caseaholics, they're left alive on Inferno for a little bit longer. Has to make this one work. He has the idea to where the player is. He's going to be firing the shots, but he's going to miss them! And you can hear it from the other room. The Caseaholics, they get themselves on to overtime. And a nice little off angle here. Corey doesn't see him. He's going to be found. And now Sam has to pull yet a second ace. Oh, he's going to be missing the shots, but he makes them connect. But no, it's Connor closing it out. And the map of Inferno is stolen right from under their noses. Sure, it goes all the way, but the side of... It's really going to sting in the next round, regardless of who you are. But it seems like it's going to be an aggressive one here from the side of Caseaholics as Sam pushes forwards with a shotgun, does find one. Alfie now left all standing. For long angle, Sam picks up the AUG. Ace for him in the round. Beautiful play there. Gets aggressive with the shotgun, finds one, picks up the assault rifle, domes the second. Caseaholics, they finally answer back. Ready to take this one, but no, he's not. Corey finds it. Ace round for him. 6-2 half. But still, does Corey? No, he doesn't. Bit of early damage in the engagement. Connor got no choice but to push it on. He's going to get it through the floor, get the clutch. 2-7. And that 2 rounds is all that stand between No Eco and a Showdown Series championship. A bit separating them for the time being, but at least now, quite early pick goes the way of Connor. Sam is going to fall, and I can hear in the other room. Ill might be playing a little bit of a factor in this one. Bomb's going to go down, a rarity here. Corey left to touch it. Ill does see the player from the long angle, but missing the shots. Finds it finally. Two players on low HP here. They see each other, but one's got a full auto, and that's Connor with yet another ace. And a match series grand final championship point here for No Eco. Oh, No Eco. Really playing. Alfie, he stays alive in this round, but can't be losing Connor either. Alfie's got no choice here but to make the swing out and caught in a bit of a crossfire. Good hold out there, good read from the side of Case Holics. Light one back. It is shut down by Corey, and Connor feels like he's going to be shut down as well. His smoke plant attempts just not working out here for No Eco. Strategical change I think is going to be needed at some point in this one. Behind the killer. Again. And there's the opening that was needed. Sam, the champion, the one with the pressure. It's all down to him, but he will not last. Your February Clash champions, No Eco, Connor and Alfie will find themselves yet another one. Take it from the very man who seems to take things from them quite a lot. But here in Counter-Strike, they are the champions. A 2-1 victory. Red and proud, boys. You've done a phenomenal job. Showed them up to the camera. And there you go. Have a look at your medal. Showdown Series February Clash champion. Hold them up high, boys. You've done well to earn this one. You've done well. Done well. Hold them up. Show them well. You have deserved this victory.
To the floor, I'm not moving anywhere. Locked inside of a crowd that couldn't care less. Everything was moving so fast. Everywhere I look, I'm starting to feel time is eating me.
Listen up, says my teacher. In front of the class, he says if you're not a believer, I've read views, that's on you. Better shape up and pay your dues. I've read views, that's on you.
open game with plenty of challenges, but only one can emerge victorious. And in the Showdown Series, anything can happen.
Surely no! Oh, Sam gets a second!
That's two, he's got to play it. He is able to get one onto Corey. And Connor, he's got to take the gunfight, but he's not going to win it. Charges, so he can get rid of the barricade. Oh, and it's a C4 from Connor!
Oh! And the headshot to finish them off.
Connor's got to protect the cover. He's able to do it. And the diffuser's going down. C4's already been ripped and burned. What can you do in this position? Corey's going to try and go for the kill. Ollie with the clutch.
Most valuable thing in Rainbow Six Siege, but Connor goes for the really aggressive. Really actually gets away with it. The 1 versus 2 clutch that nobody expected.
Connor's just got told he doesn't know. And the Capcat traps are going to get it. Here he goes. Run from the library, run out. He's able to get 1, able to get 2, just like that. It's not about time to make it happen. He has the intel on 1, but no, Corner's going to clear it out. And there you go. Data Days get themselves a round off the bat.
Free as the wind and as strong as a piece of amber. Give me a breath like the fire you'll soon remember. Ooh. I'll be inflating till the end of singing. Ooh. Drowning out all this propaganda. How do you do? For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, I let loose. Don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, I let loose. Don't mind if I do.
And what's been a very, very close day between these two teams, it's now come down to this. One final map for Backdoor Breaches, and they will be lifting that trophy in front of us. For the side of Geronimo, well, it's a reverse sweep going to have to happen here. 3 maps in a row required.
Yeah.
And they do it.
Honestly, Travi, I'm not confident. But I have been proved wrong a lot, actually. And, well, not only in other stuff, but also in Pro League as well. I have thought teams would lose very terribly, but they've actually gone to win it. But there are a lot of problems at the moment at Geronimo. Lack of communication, gunfights that don't need to be taken. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed, but can the captain keep them up? That's the question.
And the other thing as well is, from when I was in there having a listen into their comms as well, these calls, they are being made between the two teams. But they're not being actioned by many of the players, and that I think is causing quite a large issue for the team as a whole. They're not able to create these moments and spot them out because the communication isn't passing all the way through the pipeline. So that I think needs to change for Geronimo, but can they do it? Their second map pick of the day, Nighthaven Labs, is coming up on next, and the question is, do they have what it takes to keep this series alive and going, or are we going to be ending things here and it's a clean sweep for Backdoor Breaches? Rob, what you thinking?
Well, Nighthaven Labs, another map that I'm not particularly very fond on and haven't won many games on. But it is incredibly fun to play when you do. There's a lot of entrances, a lot of soft walls, which can be very, very interesting, can make for a very interesting match, especially this site right here that's on screen right now. That one is usually the most common that I find is played.
Yeah, that top floor site is so common, but let's see if it's going to be successful here. BDB versus Geronimo, map number 3, Nighthaven Labs. Will this series keep on going, or does it end here and now in the sandy beaches of Singapore? There is only one way to find out. 7 rounds between BDB and lifting that trophy. For Geronimo, it's a long road, but not an impossible one.
I do hope it keeps going.
I want more of this. You know what? I really just hope Lair was a bit of a fluke from Geronimo, because Clubhouse was so thoroughly entertaining. And BDB, they might be trolling.
Maybe, but that mirror ban might come in very, very, very useful indeed. Let's see. Very curious. What do you think, Travi? Who are they going to go for next? Kavira?
Geronimo, yeah, could go for Kavira. I think they're going to go for the ops they've been struggling with primarily, which has been the Azami and the Glass. Okay,
and the Glass. They're not trolling, no.
Okie dokie. They're not fully trolling here. I suppose that's going to be a good thing. And, you know, one thing I suppose to touch up on here is those bans for me, especially that Azami ban and the latter one, that's targeted at Sam. So good, but I want to pause that thought for a moment. Have you seen the Clash rework
I certainly have seen that selection. I have seen her on the main screen. She scares the life out of me, so I'm wondering how much more scary she can become. I mean, of course, before the rework, she had an electro shield, which could stun players, make them move slower, and it was so vital to give information to your team. There she is, and she can put the shield down now.
What is this?
What is this?
What the hell is this? Good sir.
Have you seen this before?
As someone who has casted my fair share of, you know, tier 2 events, I mean, they're APAC, but tier 2, tier 4, good share amount at tier 4, even in the depths of console leagues.
Oh boy.
I can't say I've seen something quite like this before. I don't know what Corey thinks he's cooking, but he needs to send it straight back to the kitchen because it might be a little burnt.
It's not as smooth as the Freddo you're currently holding, but the thing is the similarities actually I'm seeing between Skopos and Clash right now.
Yeah, you obviously have that intel. I think the information is the key similarity between the two. Making sure that things are similar, things stay through. Alfie, I like this here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this could be free. Oh, no!
Oh, no! Move, Clash! Well, that didn't go very well, did it?
Yeah,
oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is not how you play the new Clash.
Yeah, do not follow this game for advice. Follow what Sam is doing for advice. Yet again, on the flank, on the vigil. Question is, can he get some kills? Well, Elliot's going to be going down on towards the objective. Sam needs to get a move on, and he needs to get there now. 0 flank watch from Geronimo, and Sam, he could cause a problem. But look at this, the team are responding. They're aware of the player behind, and now they've got dedicated flank watch there. But look at the HP on the Geronimo players. Yes. They're low. There's any gunfights they're going to take. One hit from that Postshow, they are done.
Absolutely, absolutely. They have to be very, very careful with their gunfights here. Again, they have that operator in hand. Not anymore. I spoke too soon. I think I jinxed them. Whoopsie-daisies.
Oh, no.
And one's down already. Well, Vigil Pokemon.
Yep, caught them all, and just one left to go now. 1 versus 2. Alfie can split these engagements here, but Sam's better on it. SMG-12 can triple kill within the round, and BDB pick up right where they finish things off on Lair with another pretty strong showing of a round. And for me, yet again for Geronimo, it's too slow to react to these flanks.
It's also a lack of intel completely. Again, 1 drone in each pocket. They're not using their drones. They have to use their drones. They're not there to make themselves look pretty. They're there for recon. I hear Jinxie in the back of my head screaming, why are we not droning?
Why are we not droning?
Yeah.
There are many questions to be raised right now, and BDB looks so confident, and this is the thing I think right now. You can tell they're confident, even when they're mucking around a little bit. Corey back onto Chanka.
The king.
The king, the Lord himself, take a bow.
Yes.
Mr. Chanka static LMG, now fire launcher, but still great operator pick. And he does have his moments. You know, we talk about Chanka as a bit of a meme operator.
Yeah.
He is still good.
Yes,
he still does have his place. He's maybe not the best area denial operator, but certainly a good one. And BDB right now, I think they are taking this one a little perhaps less seriously than previously before, but I don't think it's going to be slowing them down because Sam and Connor can just frag out 5 seconds.
Absolutely. But seeing the Tachanka does take me back to the days of Hereford Base, when you would spawn towards the rear and you had that big open wall, you could put down the turret and just... Yes, absolutely. I got a few kills on that when I was first starting out on Siege, and I absolutely died of laughing when I used to kill someone.
Disgusting from Sam. He's in such a good position here on the rafters. If he breaks that window behind him when he hears the assault coming through, free. Absolute freebies. Geronimo, they have a decent lineup here. They've got a lot of intel to be gathered here, as well as they've got the Aurora and the Thinker there to try and support any pushes. And I like the use of the Aurora here.
Sorry, just to add. Oh, never mind.
Bye-bye, Ollie. Sam,
Yikes.
Someone get this man off of Bosch-G. I feel like we're going to see a Bosch-G ban.
Yeah, I was going to say to you the
another one's
shot.
gone. Oh, just dear, oh dear, oh dear. Geronimo just feeding the machine right now. Don't give him another. Finally gets the kill back, and Geronimo find a bit of a stake in this round.
Absolutely.
But I think the damage has been done.
Yeah. Absolutely, just what I was going to say earlier. I thought the second that we heard that Bosch-G sound, it was obviously going to be a pick. But, yeah, Geronimo only have themselves to blame for re-peeking an angle that they know isn't going to get them anywhere. And why re-peek an angle that has lost you a player? It's, again, that discipline, that decision-making, all a learning curve.
And Sam wants it. I don't think he doesn't care that he's died there because he's just feeding them at this point. Connor's walking around with the bandit shotgun, one we don't see a particularly lot of here. But yet again, Geronimo have zero idea that there's a flank behind them. Nathan's going to go down, C4's going to go, not going to quite find the pick, but with the yellow pings, he can just try and hit him through the wall. Costin with it all too, has the idea, takes a bit of damage, sprays some shots back in the other direction here. A bit of a gunfight emerging on this first floor, but limited options, and you can see Costin, he has no idea where to look, no idea at all, and because of that, they just can't do anything in this situation. He has no idea where to look, zero idea where Connor is, and yet again, Connor's probably going to find him for a flank. Never mind, Costin hears him coming. 1 versus 2 though, and it is the 2 weaker players on the side of BDB going up against a very strong gun on the form of Costin. The question is it good enough to get him over the line in this 2v1?
He has to play this very, very carefully. I'm not sure if he has any Thinker charges left.
2 of them.
2 of them. Okay. Thank you very much. Interesting. So this is a very interesting situation for him. He has to play it very smart. This is a good way to get recon, but that Banshee will go off. But it's not gone off fully. So that audio coup is not there just yet. There's no player from BDB that is near enough to hear that, but there are audio cues coming in. 10 seconds left on the clock, and he tries to take the gunfight. But unfortunately, far too slow, not utilizing Thinker's ability there. Again, lack of utility coming out from Geronimo. It's really been a thorn in their side.
Yeah, it's a worrisome, and I think the attacking half is the harder half to make things with their lack of utility right now, because we're seeing a BDB that are basically primed on making a full connection through, and I think Geronimo recognised the issue. All 4 of those operators are utility, are that information gathering sort, but meanwhile on the side of BDB, they're just playing comfortable. They're playing the side we don't see a lot of here at Nighthaven Labs. Kitchen Cafeteria, definitely the weakest of the 4.
Yeah.
They are trying to have some fun with this, you can tell it, but it doesn't matter because it's still working for them.
It is, and again, that just comes down to game time and experience. They were playing it very, very simple, very slow. They allowed the player to come towards them rather than just rush them and engage them. Thinker's no slouch.
No.
So to win that round was definitely a win in their books. But also interesting, the Geronimo have gone for Lion, Deimos, Jackal, and Zero again?
Yeah. This is it. I mean, it's a very intel-heavy lineup. I do quite like the idea behind it, feeding more into that intel, and really curious to see exactly what they can make of it and what they can do of it, and really how they can bring it forwards all the way through. I mean, intel has been the issue so far, right, for Geronimo. So this is good opportunity to try and spot it. But look at this, BDB.
Oh, outside cam being taken out.
those defaults, man. You got to catch them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Line scan coming in. And of course, BDB do sense that and all stop. Warden now holding lobby stairs as Maestro sits in pantry and into kitchen. Just holding that barricade, just having a little relaxing time. Probably going to go watch some TV shows on his evil eyes.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you
well,
never know.
He's woken up now with some gunshots coming through the door.
Yeah, he's trying to watch the new season of The Last of Us sat in there and being brutally interrupted. I mean, spoiler alert, he's not missing much.
No, I mean, I'm tasteful to the Clone Wars myself. I've been
Clone Wars, bit Star Wars?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Oh, and a pick comes out there from BDB.
Elliot, not got Stormtrooper aim, hits the shots, takes the head clean off of Costin. And yet again, man advantage for BDB right now. Sam in a great position, playing it close on this main lobby stairs with shotgun, aware of the players. He could go for the hop down here, could go for heroic play. He's in the prime position to do so. I think Geronimo are aware of it, but the question is, do they have anything to... No, they're not. They have zero clue he's
Zero idea. They do not have a planikin at all. And that's, yeah, well, they better start panicking.
Yeah, they better start panicking because Sam, he has the high ground right now.
Oh, dear.
It is almost certainly over for Geronimo if Sam can get any kills, but he might need to act quickly because Oliver, he's going to take down Elliot there, equalising us at 3 versus 3 apiece now.
This is where the fun begins.
And here it comes. Sam has been spotted out. They know he's up there. Here comes the Deimos in to play Sam versus Alfie, but he goes behind him with the shotgun, hops on down, finds another one just like that. Double for Sam, and around very likely with it as backdoor breachers steaming through Nighthaven Labs right now. Almost inevitably going to take a 3-0 lead unless Oliver can make some magic happen, make the clutch go through, but it's looking unlikely, it's looking worrisome because he has zero idea where Sam has slipped off to.
Again, a lack of map knowledge coming out there on the stairs. Maybe a lack of experience there, not knowing that you can actually hop over that staircase, and with that shotgun with Warden, it is so powerful. I know a lot of people that do actually favor the shotgun over the MPX.
Oh.
As you said, Travi, ADS.
BDB, yeah, you can tell they're having fun with this one. Now, I think they're getting in their stride. They're starting to get that confidence going. I mean, a 3-0 lead now on Nighthaven Labs as we go towards our second stage of the bans. You know what? I want to talk on it quickly. This new ban system, I really, really like it.
I love it.
I love how these teams are actually reacting. You can kind of gauge what's going through their minds by what bans they're making.
Absolutely, and another ban coming out here for Kavira, like I said earlier on. Yep, Kavira coming out, but no ban from BDB, so they're obviously trolling. But it's interesting to see the effect of these bans, not only just on the match, but also on the scoreboard. If you've noticed, there are certain players that are at the moment just topping the scoreboard. And again, just not many frags coming out from Geronimo.
24 and 3.
Sam over the last
if you include Lair and this one, 24 and 3.
Is that your counting skills coming out?
I can do some basic maths.
Oh, okay, okay.
Emphasis on the word basic.
Basic, yeah.
16 and 2 in the last map, 8 and 1 here.
Oh, yeah.
4 and 3.
Oh, well, there you go, there you go. You're much faster than me. That's why I almost failed GCSE maths. Anyway, round 4, and so far this has been a really great match. Regardless of the outcome, these teams have both played to the best of their ability.
Yeah, and I think the other thing I'd really like to throw in here is Geronimo are playing with what is essentially a substitute player for them. Alfie was supposed to have one of his friends come in.
Oh, switch to Callum.
Oh, and I think that was going to be the team synergy up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because to be fair to Geronimo, most of these guys, they've met each other for the first time today.
Yes.
A lot of them haven't played Siege in a while versus BDB, who have been practicing, who have been trying. They really want this trophy, and it is certainly showing. I think certainly so far, but Geronimo, they have been putting up a bit of a fight, even in the initial rounds, and I think it's just fundamentally, BDB certainly are the better team, but Geronimo, I don't want to write them off the book yet, because we've seen them come back. We saw them come back from 4-0 on Clubhouse.
Absolutely.
They can do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. All they have to do is just push together. Even if you don't know the map, some of them are spawning from Observatory, somebody's in Connector right now, but they all just need to push together. Watch the flanks. Bring claymores. It's all about just watching the flanks. This is why you push as a team in Siege. Siege is team-based. You can't go into an objective. You can't go into a map without knowing where your teammates are at, first and foremost. But also... Oh. Sorry to cut myself off there. A Dockerby charge just went out.
And the thing is as well here, just to quickly hop on it, look at how shut the mouths are on Geronimo.
Yeah,
right
they're not talking.
There's not a lot of communication
Line
going
scan
on between
going out,
the team.
yeah.
And that is quite an issue, I think, for them, as you're
Absolutely.
highlighting perfectly there. It is a bit of an issue. And right now, Sam is on a flank yet again, and they have zero idea. He's there, finds another.
Again. A lack of droning, a lack of and another one goes down.
They're just feeding him at this
Geronimo,
point.
come on, what are you guys doing? Stop peeking that angle if it's not gonna work. This is a player who's obviously had a lot more time on the game than you, is on fire right now.
You have to get creative.
You have to get creative. And not only that, the lion scan wasn't used to effect.
Yeah.
If there is a gunfight, use the lion scan.
And this is good. I like. See, the thing is, some of the fundamentals are there from Costin. He has the cross being held, so the minute Sam tries to make a run across backside, exactly what happens there. He gets picked off and shut down. But Elliot's holding the long angle here. Sees the player taking an engagement with the sniper. Does go down. Here comes the Shamika launcher from the Tachanka. It's effectively a 2 versus 2 right now. Unless BDB can recover the player. But as Corey takes a lot of damage here, he might have to switch on towards the other shell. But Geronimo going to start making their entry in towards the objective now. Have to try and see if they can find their way. It's evident BDB want to get this revive across, but it's going to have to be a dangerous one. There's a Carly watching every possible angle here and a clean shot, but they get the revive off nonetheless. 2 players are low HP, but it is man advantage for Backdoor Breachers.
Travi, they are peeking the same angles. They can't afford to do this. If that Cali gets in a line of sight with somebody and shoots, that lion is dead.
Janka's being useful here. He's completely blocking the E-box entryway here. Alfie has exactly 0 ways in towards this objective. It's all on Costin to make the world go round right now. He is in a prime spot here, but with the clock against him, is swinging the right move. He has to try and stick a plant down, but no, they both swing. They both get punished for it, and the BDB storming through Nighthaven Labs right now. You can see it. They're confident, a well-oiled machine, and now they find themselves really taking away this one momentum. And one other question I have really for Geronimo is this too long of a game for them?
It might be.
We spoke about it. Endurance is the biggest challenger in these best-of-5 series.
Might very well be.
It's one of these things, both as a player, and I'm pretty sure you're starting to know as a caster.
Yes.
You have to conserve your energy. You can't let this mental get to you as a player. It's very difficult to hold this up for even the 3 maps we've seen so far. And in my opinion, a map like Lair, it's washed, it's whatever. You weren't going to win that no matter what. Clubhouse. I want to revert back to map 1 here.
Yes.
That is the closest Geronimo had been to victory this entire series. And they were this close to it. Inches away from taking that victory. 2 rounds, a couple of missed swings, a Valkyrie camera, remember?
Yes.
That was all that changed it for them. It was one Valkyrie camera that cost them that entire map that they worked so hard for.
But even in Lair, there's these mistakes where, like, staying on the diffuser that could have won them round. Taking gunfights they didn't need to, opening up a rotation, not peeking the right angles or peeking the right way. When peeking, you want to show as little of your body as possible. The most you want to show when you're peeking an angle is just the top of your head. Depends on the size of your forehead. If you have a massive forehead, then you're basically fucked. But if you're someone like Docs, then yes, you're basically fucked. But in this case, they have to take their challenges in the right way. So right now we have drones going out. Good sign already.
I like this push. Oh, that's a good start there.
Oh, their mouths moving.
Oh, here comes the drop. Why are we dropping completely blind? You have time, you have drones, but Connor has an LMG, finds 2. Equalises it back out, though, with a pick from Nathan, but yet again, Geronimo just blindly swinging these things, getting rightfully punished for it. Elliot does go down, but Sam, 10 and 2 so far. C4 in pocket, throws it up. Not going to find its mark here, but Ollie has to be good, and yet again, he's not really sure where to be looking right now. Sam knows exactly where to go hunting, exactly where to go fishing. He just needs to wait, let that drop happen, and then he's got a shotgun, swing out, collect the kill, and get BDB their 5th.
I'll let you take over here.
Oh, he sees the player. Ollie knows where, but is he watching left and right with the pistol? Sam finds it, and that is nothing short of, I have to say, that is just sloppy from Geronimo.
Very, very sloppy.
They have drones. They have so much time. Connor was in an awful position. He had no right getting away with that one. And the BDB just simply playing as a team. They are trading each other out when it matters most. They're getting aggressive, and Geronimo, I just can't keep up right now.
I feel like Alfie wants to run out to the car park right now. I feel like he's in that kind of mood, but why drop that hatch? Yeah. I think the mood's just completely gone right now.
Yeah.
No mouths were moving at all. I did notice that. No mouths were moving at all on the first pick. When they dropped the hatch, there was no communication at all. I'm going to drop hatch. No communication.
That's it. Alfie just dropped it. And if you're going to make a bold play like that, it can work. Time and place for it. I mean, don't get me wrong, would I do it without the utility? Probably not. But the thing is, they dropped the hatch, completely blinded, and Alfie either didn't make the call for the team or the rest of the team didn't follow, which is both things we've seen before. And the costing issue with that is he's dropping on his own. There's no one to trade him out directly, and it results in kind of getting a 2K, and the rest of the round just kind of spirals from there. BDB, they want this map done. They want it done in flawless fashion, and what a way that would be to end out this series. What started off so close, the last two maps have been BDB territory all over, and I don't even know if we're going to be going to Bank right now.
Well, it's a shame because Bank is actually my favorite map. But I mean, I'm looking at the team cameras right now again. Very, very, very little communication.
It's two different vibes.
It's two different complete vibes.
Hey.
The Fez on top of Alfie's headset.
I love it.
It's
I love
fantastic.
I love the branding of these guys. Fez's as well.
Absolutely. I love the bow tie that he came in with as well.
Alfie's looking absolutely dapper today.
Absolutely.
And then in the BDB camp, on the other hand, it's all laughs and gigs, really. They're all having a fun time with this one. And I think, you know what, you're 5-0 up. You're on your opponent's map pick yet again. And they're looking like they can just take this one if they just ride the wave that they're sitting on right now.
Yep, they're all chatting. They're all having a good time. But that's the difference. The difference in confidence as well. If you don't know a map, then your confidence is already low.
That's it, and they're approaching the site now, the side of Geronimo. They've got themselves close to it, but not what you need. It's a team kill from Alfie. Second one we've seen today from the other team this go around, but when you're 5-0 down, not what you want. Pushing into these head holes here. Sam with a team kill of his own. Guys, shoot the bloody enemies, not your teammates. There we go. Sam has the right idea.
Now it's
takes
even.
Down Nathan. Finds another on the back. Oh, what a bit of windy shots there. And it's going to be costing Sam that kill.
As Jinxie would say, bad aim.
Very bad aim.
Very bad aim.
What can Geronimo do? 2 versus 3 right now. How can they respond? Here comes Sam, feeling confident. My favourite combo in the game at the moment. Solace, SMG-11, shotgun in the primary slot. Such a great operator for this lurking playstyle, and Sam's got the right idea. On the flank, do the players of Geronimo have any idea? They certainly do. Oliver finds it, levelers us up 2 versus 2. One from Alfie, and it's all on to Corey now. Low HP, the only player currently on BDB to be quite negative right now. They know where he is. They can just force him out. They force him out with the Rotero drone. Good teamwork finally from Geronimo. Take themselves around, get the head, clean off like that, and finally, Geronimo, they take a round, but...
Notice it's very, very solemn. It's not fist punch in the air. It's... In this kind of scenario, you have to pump the teammates up. Here's the scoreboard as well, 3-4, 3-2, 3-1. 3-6, sorry, excuse me. And not much to show one.
5-1. You know what? For a team with lesser fundamentals, I don't think it's disastrous on the side of Geronimo. But then none of someone needs to step up and start getting kills right now.
Absolutely.
We've seen either Alfie or Costin come up huge, and we're not seeing that on Nighthaven Labs.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, I feel like Alfie is definitely struggling without Glaz. That is definitely one thing. Not sure why he's not using that Glaz if he's so confident with him, but the smokes are so important. I feel like if this was in my hands, or my hands as a captain, it would definitely be influential to take those smokes, guide the team to the site, throw smokes in, use the Glaz to hold,
as many bombs as they can,
and then give that information to the team. Try and get a few picks in, see how far we can get. All right, now we have the Rook, Valkyrie, Cade, and Mute. So 2 anti-breaches, 1 recon, and 1 support. And Nook, Ace, Glaz, Maverick. Oh, remember Maverick when he first came out.
Oh, he's scary.
He was very scary, but then I realized that he makes some noise when he uses his blowtorch, and people were very stupid with him. They'd open up a little hole and then stick their entire face in that hole, to which it was an easy kill for me.
Yeah, nice freebie, isn't it, sometimes with the Maverick?
Absolutely. But again, we'll have to see how this round plays out. Geronimo might be on that high from that round win. Let's see how we go. They've got a long mountain to climb. 4 rounds to make amends. They're already opening up the wall opposite command center, I believe. So many twists and turns to this map.
Smoke grenade out.
Again, Alpha using these smokes now. This is exactly what I was talking about, using that glass to get that recon. Now he'll start seeing through that smoke.
And that's the thing, the Nook as well, such a good sneaky operator. Look at this,
Look
he's
at
knocking
that.
on the door of the objective, and Geronimo none the wiser right now. It's difficult for them. I want them to start doing this, but they need to start responding. Someone get a C4 on that wall. Someone do anything, please. Sam, throw in the main pick of Alfie right back in the face of Geronimo, and that is the response we want to see.
Amazing
Alfie
awareness.
takes down Connor there, but a direct trade
Good
leaves
refrag.
it all down to Costin here. To stave off map series point right now, he has to take down the best player on Geronimo and his brother-in-arm through much of the year, Sam and Corey, one of our iconic duos here. Played a lot together, but he can't quite do it. Corey finds it, and the backdoor breachers will get themselves up onto map series point. 1 round now stands between them and that lovely little piece of silverware over there. 1 round is all it takes.
Also, I just noticed that they were using the Jinxie charm.
Oh yeah, they are.
We love the Jinxie charm.
You do? I will reserve my words.
I get the feeling that you don't like the Jinxie charm.
Attackers need to locate and
I'm not
defuse
going to
as
comment
many
on
bombs
that.
as
I think Jinxie has done great things for the game. I will leave it at that.
Okay, excellent. Well, we will leave it at that. Anyways, we have a Capcan, a Rook, a Cade, and a Sentry. So Capcan obviously can be very, very sneaky with his traps. You've got 2 on the door. It can be an instant kill. Let's see if he does that. He does not. Okay, but the good thing about Capcan is he's also really, really good for information. If a trap goes off, and you know where you've put the trap, you can give that information out to the team. And everybody has their armor. Isn't that wonderful to see? And on the attacking, it's Deimos, Sens, Zero, and Maverick. Yeah, Sens one of the new operators.
Fun lineup. Have you seen the Sense before?
I believe so. It's blocks off line of sight?
Yes, it's a massive... So Sense, what they have and bring to the game is this massive long light wall, ROU protection. They're a bit finicky to get into the right positions, but you throw it and it's basically a ball. It rolls in a straight line, leaves up a wall of light behind it. You can't see through it, but you can shoot back through it the other way. And I've got a feeling BDB, they want to go fast here. Alfie, he's in a good position right now to see the players towards a top Aqua. The question is, can he find the feet holes exactly? I think BDB know they're being watched, so they're going to divert. Go round Garage Way. The question is it the right idea?
That's the question. That's the question. Again, so many points of entry, but do they do it correctly? Again, a sound cue is going to go off here for Geronimo. They know exactly where he's peeking from. Can he get the shots off?
Oh, he's trying for them. He's really, really trying for it, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hit them directly through. And it's a bit of a stalemate right now. BDB locked out of the objective. They don't have any hard breach. They have no way through bar the Mavericks, so they're going to have to try and force something. Costing's in a good position. Nathan starts the round off. Pick go in the way of Geronimo. BDB, they're knocking on the door of sight right now, but with the Sense, the execute utility off the board, it's going to be harder to get the attackers in there.
The Zero and the Maverick have to start moving. We've got a minute 40 left. And a kill coming out. Is that...
Sam takes down Nathan there. 1 minute 30 left to go. Stalemate outside the objective, pushing towards IT, being met with a heavy, heavy response from Geronimo right now. They see the players outside, but Alfie, he takes down Connor, finds one back the other way. Sam, ego peeking this with a pistol, costs him his life, and it's all on to Elliot to bring up the 1 versus 3 clutch. Can't quite do it. Geronimo have top floor here under lockdown, and finally some signs of life from their camp, and you can see relief on their faces, but I don't think I would be too happy with that one, because right now, you know what's coming. 4 more rounds to take this to an overtime.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it's interesting to see how those gunfights played out. Ego challenging with the pistol, probably not the way forward, but still got the job done. But again, a bit too slow on the half of Geronimo. They have to start moving quicker to get into sight. Start droning again. Use that intelligence. You have the intel. Use it.
Yeah, you have to use it. And that round was certainly better from them. They had the reads.
Absolutely.
They had the players adapting to where BDB were coming from. And the key thing for me there, and the high quality from Geronimo, was the fact that when BDB made that relocation from back of Aqua's side, going round towards the rafters, IT-sided push, Geronimo, the calls were made, the players were moved into the correct positions. They're still fighting, they're still communicating, and there are signs of life in this team.
Absolutely.
But is it 4 more rounds worth of sign of life? Because that's the thing. One slip up, one wrong go, and this one is to go in the way of the BDB.
Absolutely. Again, it's all about the communication on the side of Geronimo. But at the same time, BDB have been in this situation. They have been in the situation of Geronimo coming back, gaining some momentum. They have that space of 4 rounds. They can afford to make these mishaps. They can afford to try different things. And it's interesting that they've gone for Capital here.
I think they're going to keep trying this for BDB. Oh, pause a minute. Connor's on the look shot, but here's the barricade going. That could have gotten a freebie down. I don't think he's sure whether it's upstairs, but he sees the feet. He knows where the players come from. He just now needs to go and see if he can find the kill. Sneaking on through on the Nook, and a recent change of hers is her ability is infinite. As long as she's not shooting or sprinting, that thing lasts forever now.
Really? Oh, wow.
Means Connor can just hide here, and as long as he doesn't make any risky plays, he can slip himself inside. Costing gets 2, 1 being the opponent, 1 being his teammate, but another player of BDB is going to fall, and Geronimo looking much better now on his defensive side.
Again, the momentum really coming towards Geronimo here. Another one taken down.
1v3 for Corey.
Travi, this is really good from Geronimo. Really playing it very well.
This is starting to build momentum now. They've spotted Corey out there, bulletproof camera on the vending machine as well, so they can see where the player's coming from right now. They have the ideas, all this intel that we said Geronimo so desperately need. They're using, and they are making success of it. Geronimo,
so much better.
There we go. Starting to see some life
we have
on
some
the
signs
Geronimo
of life.
camp.
There we go.
Thank goodness gracious me for that, because I was looking a little bit worried there. But BDB, yet again, still many match points to play for. And now this next operator ban phase comes in, and the question really is, can they do anything with it?
There is something I want to touch on just after the ban, but we'll see what happens. I believe Kavira will be on that ban, or she already is, sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Let's see. No ban, and Lion has been banned. Okay. Interesting choice there. But again, look at that scoreboard. 15 and 5, 6 and 6. It's interesting which players are being the spearheads in BDB.
And I like this from Geronimo. Not only is it really Alfie and Costin coming to life, Nathan's getting involved, Oliver's getting involved. It is looking better as a whole as it was, and I think the stats only look a bit poor because of the previous half.
Yes.
But this half, the whole team is putting in an effort on the side of Geronimo, and if they're going to let Nighthaven Labs go, they're not going to let it go without a bit of fighting.
Absolutely, and what I was going to touch on before is the diversity of operators that are being picked. Lion, Capital, all of these operators that do so much for Siege, but also the fact that Geronimo have started to fix their issues. There is obvious communication going on here. But it'll be interesting to see how they set up this site. Obviously they've got the arcade. Rook is always useful for that extra bit of armor. And also the self-revive. And the anti-breacher of Mute.
And defuse a bomb.
But that Lion ban is very interesting.
I'm curious to see, because I haven't seen much of a Lion, have we?
And Ash. We haven't seen much of Ash.
No, not at all. But you know what? If there's one operator that screams running with like headless chickens, it's that Ash. Here come BDB, and Geronimo aren't even aware they're knocking. 2 quick kills. One with the knife, the other one goes down.
No!
But the response is there from Costin, but he can't quite find any more than that. It's all on to Oliver now to deny their series, to deny BDB what they've been fighting so hard for all afternoon. The revive comes through, a 2 versus 3, a flank from Oliver might just keep Geronimo in this one. Diffuser is going down, and so is Oliver. Nathan, the substitute, with it all to do on his shoulders. He finds one. Can he find Elliot? No, he cannot. BDB, great when it matters most. Excellent to take themselves to series, and finally they will be our Showdown Series Invitational champions.
Oh, that must be agonizing for Geronimo at the end there. Just the aim, I think, just at the end, a little bit off the edge of the head. Oh, if that gunfight was won, then maybe we'd be still going, Travi.
That was scary, scary, scary stuff. Well, Whew. Breather. BDB have won it.
I know.
3-0 victory. Dominant stuff from them. And I think if we go to the team camps quickly, we can just see exactly how it is feeling in the BDB camp right now. They are positive. A bit of disappointment over on the faces of the side of Geronimo. I feel a little bit. But BDB, they're happy with this one. They're feeling so positive right now. Happy with their victory. Proud of themselves. Elliot having a little bit of a victory dance over on the opponent's side. And meanwhile, Geronimo, a bit disappointed. But you know what? They put up a valiant effort, map 1.
They did.
Ruthlessly entertaining. And for a moment there, I believe the comeback was on as the GGs, they go on over, come on through as, hey, it's us again.
Hi.
And the cameras of the players, well, you know what? They're giving their congratulations to each other. And what a great series that was.
I'm exhausted.
Oh.
That was amazing. But I think, yeah, definitely. I think Geronimo could have definitely won that last round if the game was a little bit more to the left. That would have definitely won the round. But Geronimo have to be very proud of themselves for the fight they did on Club Up. They had a phenomenal match. Sorry, first game on Clubhouse, and they played a great last map on Nighthaven. Lair was obviously something that was completely different. As somebody who is new to Lair, it is a very daunting map indeed. But and congratulations to BDB. So, while we wait for Travi to do his stuff. Oh, I think the best part about that though was the gunfights. Definitely the gunfights. A lot of fast action, things happening very quickly. I couldn't keep up with it actually, but it's cool to see the new changes as well to Rainbow Six, especially the clash changes, although we didn't get to see much of it since she got naded to Kingdom Come. But we definitely got to see, well, some of the new Blackbeard, and of course the new map interactions. That fire extinguisher, of course, will definitely be used a lot in Pro League. And now we're going to pass over to Travi for the trophy ceremony.
Well, thank you very much there, Rob, and congratulations. I'm joined here by the MVP of the series, Sam.
Yep.
I lost track of how many kills you got, man.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, we have balloons in here.
Yep.
Completely, utterly chalk. Come, but BDB, come through.
Come here.
Where's
Connor?
Where's
Connor?
Hug the table. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But I just want to pass it down. We'll get to Connor eventually.
Yeah.
Sam, undisputed MVP of the series there. What does this one mean to you? Now you've done it. You've won the biggest one of them all. You're going to lift that trophy in a sec.
Yeah. I mean, you know, at the start of these Showdown series, you know, I was the GOAT. It was all me. Like, you know, just undeniably so. And then, like, I had a little bit of a downfall, you know. A big bit of a downfall. So to come back,
I'm never playing Rainbow Six Siege again. I hate this game and everything about it.
I did uninstall it for a couple months, yes. But now I'm just back to being the GOAT. What can I say? There's nothing else that needs to be said, Travis.
Yeah, nothing else. Corey, next up. You've been fighting for this. You've been to almost every single Showdown series. You have never won one, but you've now just won the biggest one of them all. How does it feel?
I mean,
yeah.
Speechless is the word.
Hugging. Nice and close. Yeah.
Speechless is the word, to be honest.
You've done it.
Finally.
It's taken a while, but you've done it, and you've done the one I think that matters the most.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, Elliot. Got to ask you. You're feeling good now after you've won that one. I mean, first map was insanely close, right? It was a really difficult map, but since then you guys just had a grip on the game. And where did that come from?
I'm not sure really. I mean, the second match was really wobbly for me. Like,
yeah,
there's a fat donut at the end of it.
Yeah, there was some blunders.
I was mainly like trying to focus on like supporting with cameras and stuff. I mean, that in the first game especially, last round, Elliot, 3 of the kills.
Very professional.
That was basically down to the cameras and stuff, so that was our strategy. We were working as a team, and we got there in the end.
Nice. And Connor, finally, to come to you, team captain. How has it been to lead these boys into victory? How has it been?
It's been fantastic, and this is mine now.
That is yours, so I'm going to take this trophy from your hands. And ladies and gentlemen, oh no, trophy? I'm taking, this is the trophy. This thing here is the trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our Showdown Series Invitational champions. It's the Backdoor Breachers! Lift it up, show it to the camera. What was that, Connor? You want to do it? He wants to have some drinks with the trophy, does he? Yeah? Go on, go on. All get your pick with the trophy. Go on. Yes. That is true. Can you just say that again for the microphone?
You never gave me a medal for the Showdown Series that I won.
He isn't wrong, folks. And that's why we have this lovely little box here full of medals for you all. Let's see. Here we go. Sam, this, my friend, is yours for a lot of our tournaments that we won before this one. Finally gone and done it. And not only that, everyone else on the side of the Backdoor Breachers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to get your medals. Rob, I'll get him up. Come and get your medals. There you go. These are all yours. All of you have fought so hard for this, done an incredible job today to take the victory. 3-0, an incredibly dominant match. In all things considered, a close one at first, but BDB showed a different caliber of play today, showed they were the stronger side, and as a result of that, they will be coming out on top. Gentlemen, anything else you'd like to say?
Massive thanks to you, my good friend, for setting all of it up. Yeah, thank you, Travis. You've done a good job here, pal.
No, this isn't gas me up, guys. This is, I don't know. No. Yeah, ignore what I told you earlier. Just don't gas me up.
Thank you to the other team. It was really fun. Thank you so much.
Shut up! My sappy bit eventually, yeah. I'll get to my sappy bit eventually.
Thanks to the other team for playing as well. It was fun.
You guys were a great dancing partner. Make some noise for Geronimo, people! Wonderful stuff. And Elliot, any final words?
Thank you everyone for watching. Everyone was online. Thank you for joining us.
Kakia was watching, actually. Yeah, get a round of applause for Kakia then. Well, gentlemen, please take your trophy, take your seats. And Rob, come and join me back up on the stage, my friend. How are you feeling now that game's all said and done?
Honestly, I'm just actually excited to see where the road to Siege is going, especially with all the changes and everything. That fire extinguisher as well in Clubhouse, that was so awesome to see, and I can't wait to see it in Pro League and how it's used.
I can't wait to be seeing more of this. Alfie, would you mind coming and joining us on the stage quickly?
Come on over here, Fez
Come
Master.
on over here, Fez man. Team captain of Geronimo. I know it was not the result you wanted today. Come stand in the middle. I know it was not the result you wanted, but you guys put in a great effort and you were so close to it. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty tired.
Was it a long game for you? I think that's the thing.
It was shorter than I wanted, but yeah, it was a fairly long game. Pretty good game. I appreciate the other team playing.
And what about your teammates? Obviously, I know you guys were kind of banded together lastminute.com. It was a lot of learning on the day. I think we definitely saw that, especially in Clubhouse. And how have they been? Because I think they've put in a great performance.
I had fairly high expectations of my team. I think they've met them. It was still, a good match despite us losing, but yeah, pretty happy with it.
Pretty happy with it. And I owe you something as well. Ooh. This is from the April Clash that you won on the finals. I never gave it to you. So take your fez off and give it up for Alfie, ladies and gentlemen. It has been phenomenal to have you. And I know it's not ended the way you wanted, but you've done so great since you've hopped on this year, just to get involved, get around it, and that's what this whole thing was about. And I'm so glad you put in a great performance today, man. It was awesome to watch, and hopefully we'll see you a bit again. never know what's going to happen. Thank you. And yeah, so there we have it. Grand final over and done with. We have our champions.
Indeed.
Oh,
I didn't want that game to end. I didn't want the final to end at all. I just thought it was so much fun to cast.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me
No
as well.
worries.
But no, seeing the different levels of Siege was really cool. But I guess the best part of it was Geronimo were actually adapting. And that was the cool thing, was seeing players that didn't have as much experience learn as they go. And that's probably the core part of Siege. Every death you learn something. And I feel like everybody needs to realize that when they're first starting out the game. Me, who took 2 months off because I played IQ and sat by diffuser multiple times. But but after going back and after playing different operators and trying out different maps and honing my aim, I started to fall in love with the game as well. So it was very interesting to see Geronimo grow as well during those matches, and they should be very proud of what they achieved.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. And I think if the circumstances were slightly different, some more time for practice in head, obviously, it's no secret, I think, to a lot of you watching, we university students, we have been working our butts off the last couple of weeks for assignments, dissertations, etc. And obviously, finding time for practice has been very, very difficult to do. And for Geronimo to just turn up today and just to start really learning and really start honing their skills throughout the day, as you say, it's really great to see from them. And there's signs of great things on that team. And I think, as I say, bit of practice coming in, and I think we're looking at a much longer and much more competitive series all the way through today.
Absolutely, and the mistakes that lost them rounds, it's basic stuff, but stuff that you pick up relatively simple.
And they were picking up as the game was going.
Absolutely.
It was different mistakes a lot of the time.
Absolutely. And it's again, all down to game experience, but I did see them learning from those mistakes. And that, to me, again, is just phenomenal.
Yeah, that's it. So, a really incredible job there from Geronimo, and of course for BDB as well, our eventual champions of today. They put in a great performance. It's evident that the hard work they have been putting in for today, because they have been sweating, they have been practicing a lot more. It's all paid off there for them, I think. The fundamentals are there, the teamwork is there, the cohesion is there, and I think as a result of that, they really have shown that hard work pays off, and that the learning, especially on the new Siege X mechanics, adapting the bands, using those new destructible features, all of these new things that have been introduced to the game, they've been taken advantage of, and they've really, really spearheaded it through into what was a great showing from them.
Absolutely, but I don't think that clash tactic was going to be...
Yeah, Corey, what the fuck was that, Corey? You know when you hid in a corner with the clash from the first round of labs? Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, and you got naded. No, of course you're not allowed to have fun.
We did it. I'll watch it on the comms back.
Oh.
Apparently they were Princess Strat.
Apparently, okay.
Are you familiar with the Princess Strat?
I'm not familiar with the Princess Strat.
They sing a song from a Disney film or something.
Oh, was it Let It Go by any chance?
No, it's a princess song. I'm a magical, but I'm not going to sing it.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, it's a good job it wasn't Let It Go. But yes, that is a prime example of how not to play the new Clash, I think.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing that one in Pro League anytime soon.
No, but what is interesting is how familiar she kind of is with Scopos as well.
And I'm surprised we didn't see more Clash today. With how good this new reworked Clash is, I mean, I'm surprised we didn't really see a lot of her, because we've been talking about how oppressive she's been, and I think amongst the team's chats as well, they've been saying, oh, Clash is scary, I don't like her, and then we saw her that one round at the end today. I'm pretty sure that's the only time we saw her.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw Blitz a couple of times, and people were getting aggressive with Blitz, which is what we love to see, even though he is terrifying and scares the crap out of me. But again, everybody did a sensational job. But what was really cool was seeing the diversity of operators being used as well, and showing what the game has to offer.
Yeah, and as well, speaking of an incredible show, I just want to thank you, Rob, for coming up. You've not done proper casting like this before on a LAN. It's totally new environment for you. And not only has it been a joy to have you and work with you today, you've done a fucking cracking job at it. So everyone just make some noise for Rob, because he is a legend.
Took me a bit to get warmed up, but once I got going, it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Wouldn't have done it with anyone else.
Oh.
Anything else you want to say?
Fuck, that was intense.
Fair enough. You know what? Yeah, we'll go with that. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's been great.
Yeah, it has.
Good to have ya.
And hopefully this happens again. I'd love to be a part of it again.
You never know. Wink. Anyway, I'm going to take that mic. Thank you for joining me, mate. I will see you, hopefully, for more of this soon. Come on. I am rooting. No. This bitch has been observing for me.
How dare you?
No, I love you. It's okay. How has it been observing producing all day?
It's been interesting. I've seen some very interesting strategies come out from the players. I have played Siege quite a bit, not so much recently, but like Rob, quite a bit a long time ago. And seeing the strategies played by both teams, I think both teams played a very good game. Geronimo has got a little bit unlucky on quite a few of the rounds, especially on that first map, especially in that last round, if they played it just slightly different.
One Valkyrie camera.
One Valkyrie camera, it could have been a completely different series.
I don't know if we told you guys this, there was one Valkyrie camera on that final round of Clubhouse that was spotting you the entire round. We were screaming at you guys, and I can't lie, if that camera was gone, you guys might have actually... It was pretty fun, that one, wasn't it?
It was fantastic. Unfortunate for Geronimo, but Breaches played a fantastic game. They fully deserve to lift that trophy, and it's been an honour observing both the teams.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to have you, and you've done a great job at it, so make some noise!
Thank you.
I know, great. Yep, only time that is ever going to happen. I'm now stuck here on my own, sitting here, watching Siege and casting it now on my own, as this whole thing started a little bit over a year ago now, and since then I've been casting, I would say more professionally. That would be a blatant and utter lie of it, but it has been fun, and this whole project of casting everything would not have really gone ahead if it wasn't for this tournament. And from us just mucking around in 1v1s and casting it for the hell of it to what has come now, this LAN room with all of you in it, and everyone here participating, everyone really putting in their all and helping out. It wouldn't have been possible without you guys today. So for all of you here, give yourselves a round of applause. You are awesome. And with that being said and done, I think before we wrap up, before I drone on for too much longer, I think it'd be good to wrap the stream up here. So to all of you at home as well, thank you very much for watching. To the Backdoor Breachers, congratulations on the win, and hopefully we'll be back for some more Showdown Series in the coming months. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, folks, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, I know we lost touch, but I'm still here. We were young, we were kids, it was something rare. I told you everything, but when it